mean, we can do a bunch of different things. So I think there's always one option is we can drive up there and then go to TV and pay for a hotel for that one night. And then, or we can ride with the cheerleaders. Or
what do you want to see? My mom live over there.
She does.
So what, I mean, you know, man, whatever you, I mean, what do you want to do? Because you know, man, I'm not even working Friday. I ain't working Friday morning, man. You know, I'm gonna leave early. You know, drive over and have lunch with my mom. And then drive to Memphis. You know, so man, I mean, just whatever you know, man. If you want to go, if you want whatever you want to do, man. I'm cool with it. You know, I'll go through 72, man. I won't go to interstate, man.
Yeah.
I'll go down.
Well, if you're thinking of you're doing drive up there?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For certain.
Okay.
If we win, there ain't no way I'm running.
Yeah. Okay, well, we could do it to where I guess I could ride with the cheerleaders.
Okay.
And me and whoever our cameraman is.
Okay.
And then make sure, I mean, obviously I'd have to make sure that we're going to get there at the same time before the game.
Okay.
And then would you think about spending the night with your mom and then coming back the next morning, or would you come back at night?
Nah, we couldn't. There ain't no way we can come back here.
Yeah.
Because, man, we won't get finished. It'll be like 5 or 6 in the morning.
So would you just go back to your mom's house tomorrow?
Nah, I'll stay in Memphis.
Where's your mom's house?
She lives in Jackson. It's about 80 miles. So what I was going to do is go over there. Man, what I was going to do is go over there, go have lunch with her, come to the game, then leave the game, and then stay in Memphis. And then get up that morning, man.
Well, that sounds
That's what
fun.
we ought to do.
Yeah, we can do that. And then, would you mind if me and whoever the cameraman is, we're back with y'all?
No, just be me, man.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll have to bring all the equipment back. Okay, so I have to drive the Range Rover. Okay. Sounds good.
Okay.
That's fine. We just have to stay.
I'll pay for your gas and all that.
Right. But no, I'm cool. I mean, but I'm just saying, like, we'll have to find a hotel.
Yeah. I'll do that.
Okay.
I can get my dad to buy it and stuff.
Okay. Just get one for that, you know,
Yeah.
close to MUS. For that night, we good, man. I'll just meet y'all at the game, and we'll go to the hotel, man. We'll head on back that morning, eat breakfast, and that'll be safest. Cause there ain't no way, man.
Yeah, I agree. We shouldn't. I don't think we should.
Man, ain't no way I try to do that. That's perfect, man. They always gotta win.
Nothing's lost after all y'all just said.
Hey, man, that's the way it is. You gotta plan ahead. You go get your
Yeah, we did have that.
chili burger you eat. There's a chili burger. Yeah. But that was on the burger or that was on the side?
It was on the side.
Okay.
just
play no more.
I don't know if it's. I don't even think they gave him an athletic. I think he's hurt. Is that why he's not playing?
Where's he at? You see him down there?
You might have Friday night restriction.
Is that where he is?
That's secret. If that was supposed to be a secret, because that was out like the morning everybody the day before.
Yeah. Right, the Blake started. He started, but when he was out, I guess the other young guy, Ryan started.
Ryan came in.
Luke started.
Who?
So it'll be, I guess, then Ryan rotated. There's no way they don't get Ryan. Ryan won't be seeing a lot of young players. Second half at least.
I don't know, man. I hope you're right, man.
I hope they don't have as big as that I do.
Yeah, I know. They ain't carrying you on either way, it don't matter. We expect you to win, you know.
Yeah, that's good.
All right. Yeah. Ah.
Hey Jeff, it's Alex. You ready for us?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Baylor School at Heywood Stadium.
Yes, sir.
And tonight's big Division II playoff game between the Wildcats and Battleground
Go into that
Academy
back corner and get the iPhone charger out of it. Thank you.
We'd like to introduce our starting lineup as we have them. First of all, in alphabetical order, BGA. Number two, at running back, senior backs. Number three, defensive back, sophomore, Cleveland. Number four, senior wide receiver and defensive back, Jordan Cutler. Number five, junior quarterback, Cutler. Number seven, senior wide receiver, Ryan Dangerfield. Number 17, senior offensive linebacker, outside linebacker, Watson Pulliam. Number 19,
Good evening, Red Raider fans, and welcome to the Baylor Broadcasting Network's production of Week 12 football action here in Chattanooga, Tennessee at Heywood Stadium. Tonight marks the start of the Red Raider State Championship run, and the first team in our way is the Battleground Academy. This is a unique occurrence for two teams to face off 2 weeks in a row, but we are able to experience it here tonight. Last week we traveled to Franklin, where we trumped the Wildcats 27-12 thanks to a second-half explosion of offense thanks to George Porter and Mike Davis. Before we get started here tonight, we'd like to remind you that tonight's pregame show is brought to you by Franklin American Mortgage Company. Looking to buy or refinance a home? Then go with a company you can trust, Franklin American Mortgage. You're a nationally recognized mortgage lender. Whether you're working directly with Franklin American Mortgage or one of their valued industry partners, you get the financing that best meets your needs and the service you deserve. Contact us today at 1-800-295-1020. Let our service guide you home. Franklin American Mortgage is an equal housing lender. Folks, we'd like to remind you that tonight's game can be heard live online or on the radio at 1070 AM WFLR. We're going to take a quick commercial break, but when we return, Daryl and I will discuss tonight's game.
Stay tuned, Red Raider fans.
Now the starting line.
In football, a Hail Mary pass or a trick play can put points on the scoreboard, but victory usually depends on a successful game plan and diverse playbook. It's the same with investing. Wells Fargo Advisors has the experience, tools, and perspective to help create a diversified investment plan that's right for you. Call financial advisor J.R. Fitch at Wells Fargo Advisors in Dalton at 706-278-5232. Tonight's game is sponsored by Weeks Paving. Weeks provides quality construction of roads, parking lots, driveways, and many other surfaces. For more information, call 423-821-2669 or visit them on the web at weekspaving.com. And remember, with Weeks Paving, quality does not have to be expensive. Pratt Home Builders, once again, has been listed among the top 200 builders in the country. Chattanooga continually calls Pratt the best of the best, and it looks like America agrees. The best homes for the best value. Pratt Homes, 757-7687, or visit prattliving.com. Pratt Homes and Baylor classes of 94 and 96 say, Go Raiders. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by Atomic Films. Located on Tremont Street in North Chattanooga, Atomic Films offers a complete line of film and video services. Look for them on the web at atomicfilms.com. Tonight's game is brought to you by Crust Pizza. Has all that cheering made you hungry? Then stop by either downtown, South Broad Street, or right down Signal Mountain Road in Red Bank for a post-game bite. Crust offers a variety of cracker-thin crust-style pizzas along with an array of fresh salads and delicious pasta dishes. And the most affordable beer list in town. Open till 11 p.m., Crust is the perfect post-game venue for Raider fans both young and old. Looking to buy or refinance a home? Then go with a company you can trust. Franklin American Mortgage, your nationally recognized mortgage lender. Whether you're working directly with Franklin American Mortgage or one of their valued industry partners, you get the financing that best meets your needs and the service you deserve. Contact us today at 1-800-295-1020. Let our service guide you home. Franklin American Mortgage is an equal housing lender.
Welcome back, Red Raider fans, to the bank of the Tennessee River, where your Red Raiders have returned for one last home game. We'd like to remind you that tonight's pregame show is brought to you by Franklin American Mortgage Company. Hey, sports fans, are you buying or refinancing a home? Then look no further than the professionals at Franklin American Mortgage. You will always get a winning game plan or customer service that's second to none when you work with Franklin American Mortgage or one of their valued industry partners. Contact us today at 1-800-295-1020. Let our service guide you home. Franklin American Mortgage is an equal housing lender.
Remind us that life itself is a long season. Help us to keep our zeal and our zest, especially when so much seems so demanding for so long. Teach us how to stay healthy, not only physically, but also emotionally and spiritually. Lead us to turn loose of lesser things, that we might take hold of greater things. We pray for those in the Northeast who face difficult challenge this very night. Lift their spirits and their resolve. Strengthen those who are responding to their needs, that help and comfort might come quickly. Give us the willingness and the knowledge to assist with human need wherever we find it. Hear our prayer on this challenging evening. Amen.
We just heard the prayer from Rev Scott. Now we're going to hear the national anthem from the Baylor Choir. We just heard the national anthem sung by Baylor's own choir. Daryl, first playoff game, first round. Same team played last week, Battleground Academy, facing off again, this time at our stadium. Last week we absolutely dominated, but this week it's completely different. It's a new game, and it's the start of the playoffs. One thing I want to ask is just, as a coach, from your standpoint, does anything different go into preparation for a game that is a playoff, or do you just treat it as a normal game?
Well, the first thing, you've got such a young football team, so to a lot of them, this is very new. This is new territory. You've got both quarterbacks who which one of them start will be their first start, and you never know. You just hope that you're prepared well, and you hope your kids are focused, and you just wish for the best. And I know our kids have worked hard and are looking forward to that, and you tend to lean on the guys like Derek Green and Houston Clements and those guys who've been in these battles. Those are the guys the leadership is going to come from. So our young guys need to look to them that have been there, and be advised by them by the way they play, and hopefully we can get through this one tonight and head on over to Memphis next week.
Yeah, we've got high hopes for this game tonight with the success that we had last week in Franklin, Tennessee versus the Wildcats who played last week. You come into this game, you have confidence, and all of your fans have confidence. We come into this game thinking that there's no chance of losing, but all we can hope is that the team down there is preparing like this is Innsworth. Like, we want to come into this game just not knowing, pretending like we don't know the other team, just don't have that big head. We can't come out here thinking that this game's going to be given to us, because they're not going to. They're going to want to get their revenge on us for taking it to their home field last week. So we need to come into this game with some confidence, but not too much that we get overconfident.
Yeah, what you have here is, Alex, we look on the board and we see BGA 4-6 and Baylor 7-3. Well, actually it's 0-0. What you did in the regular season matters not tonight. Everyone has no wins and no losses, and it's win and advance. So last week meant nothing in the scheme of things. Everybody's got a clean slate. You win, you move on. It's like the NCAA tournament. You win, you move on. You lose, you go home. Your season is over. So BGA, I'm sure their kids have the attitude. Last week meant nothing to them, and they prepared as we've got a brand new season. I don't know that if they've got some people that were injured, healthy, it's an even slate. And our kids, have to understand it's playoff time. What you did in the regular season is meaningless at this point. Let's win the football game and advance, and it don't matter who it is. Anybody's got a shot to beat anybody, and and hopefully our kids understand that. And hopefully we're just looking at, we haven't played BGA. We're familiar with what they do on offense and defense. We're familiar with their personnel, but this is a totally different ball game tonight, and hopefully our kids are prepared for that.
We know they are, Daryl. And one thing that I think will be interesting to pay attention to tonight is how these players act on the field, because especially for the seniors here and throughout the rest of this season, this is how we're going to remember them, is how they play in these next couple games.
Yeah.
So they know that as well. So it'll be interesting to see the level of intensity and the character that they play with down on the field, to see how we remember them as they leave this school.
That's a great point. This, for a lot of these kids, it'll be the last time they ever put on a helmet and a shoulder pad ever again. Of course, those that are going to move on and play in college, they will. But for the majority of these kids that are seniors, this will be it. And this, and like you said, you'll remember these. These are the games you remember. You definitely will remember your first football game, and you will remember your last football game as a football player. I can tell you that from experience. So this game is very important to this football team, to this football program. We are continuing to build, and and you want to, each class of kids want to continue to add on to what we've built in here, at the Baylor School. And hopefully our kids will come out tonight excited, motivated, and play their best game yet. It's playoff time. Now it's time to put forth your best and move on to each round and to the next opponent. And it's exciting tonight to be here.
Definitely. And some key players tonight that I think are going to possibly have a breakout game include Mike Davis and George Porter. Mike Davis, just because of the huge success that he had last week versus BGA. So you know he's coming into this game with tons of confidence, and he's going to play all out and try to repeat that same success. George Porter, because last week we paid attention to his stats. He broke the 1,000-yard rushing mark last game, and we put the milestone up there for 1,200 this season. And Daryl, if he continues to play the way he has played as of late, he'll be breaking 1,300 before this season is over.
Yeah, George, is starting to be old consistency at the Baylor school. Week in and week out, you're getting 100 yards from George, and George is running stronger and stronger each week, and George is beginning to continue to build on what he started his freshman year, and you just expect it out of George. It's old hat. You expect George to come out and get his 100 yards and do it in a fine fashion way, and our offensive line as well. You got to give them credit. They're gelling at the right time and playing really well, and just looking forward to a big night as the Red Raiders have broken through the sign and are on the field. And Alex, we're getting close to kicking this thing off.
Yeah, Daryl, we've got a lot of intensity here tonight because it's playoff time. And
it is.
That's the most exciting time of the year because it's win or go home every game from here on out. And everybody knows it, so everybody's watching 24/7. It'll be fun to watch here.
It is. It will be, Alex. And the Red Raiders are getting ready to take the field. They won the toss, and they'll defer, and they'll be kicking off.
Rafael Gaglianone prepares to kick off for Baylor. Number 3, Ronald Cleveland, and number 84.
Rafael Gaglianone is preparing to kick the ball off here tonight. And here we go. The kick is off. It's a good kick. It's back. And that will be a touchback. Started off for the Red Raiders. So BGA will start off the game with the ball from their own 20-yard line, moving right to left on the radio dial.
Yeah, you want to get off to a good start in these playoffs, and you don't want to get behind, and you want to come out and set the tempo. And if we can do it on the defensive side of the ball, hopefully from last week our offense will get off to a good start as well.
BGA is in the shotgun. Snap is back. Handoff goes right back up the middle. Met very quickly by Ryan Parker and Bryce Reynolds in the backfield. So that'll be a quick loss of about 3 or 4. They'll start off second and long.
Yeah, that's just our defensive front again, as we did last week. And if we can establish control up front, it'll be big for our defense. What a great stop by the defensive line.
No doubt about it. There's a little blitz there. Bryce Reynolds was the first to make contact. Then Ryan Parker came in and finished up the tackle. So good play there to start off the game by the Baylor defense. Flag is down. I believe it'll be false start on the offense.
This will be a 5-yard penalty against BGA.
And that will be a false start on BGA, so that will start them off even further back. It's going to bring up about a 2nd and 18 or 19. They're all the way back to their own 12-yard line.
Yeah, that's just the pregame jitters, and and we're off to a good start, and they're struggling after the first 2 plays.
Beathard's in the shotgun, takes the snap, looking over the right side for the pass. The pass is away over the right sideline. It is caught at the sideline, just short of the first down. But what a big second down play there to go for about 16 yards and get them very close to that first down.
Yeah, you saw 2 red guys in the red, and he just made a good throw. I thought it might be intercepted, but just a great throw out there by Beathard. Yeah,
that was the perfect pass to that receiver on that specific play. Beathard in the shotgun once more. 2 receivers to his left. Takes the snap. Handoff goes right. Gets the first down and then some. Brought down by Landry Taylor, but not soon enough to prevent him from getting the first down. So they'll set up 1st and 10 from their own 36-yard line.
Yeah, there was one guy from breaking that one on that. We were loaded up front trying to stop, the run on that 3rd down and short, and Landry made a great play, or he was off to the races.
Beathard in the shotgun, 2 receivers to his left, 1 to his right, 1 man in the backfield behind him. Takes a snap, looking over the left side for the quick pass. The pass is complete. Got some room to run. He's got the first down and then some. Brought down by number 16, Colton Jumper, just at midfield.
Yeah, BGA's I told you, they're taking a different approach. They're throwing first and running second right now. And, you get into the playoffs and coaches will change their tendencies to throw you off. And, BGA's got a game plan and a different approach right now. And we're going to have to adjust to it.
Beathard's in the shotgun, 1 receiver to each side. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff up the middle. Pass goes deep down the left side. It's up. Oh, almost an outstanding one-handed grab, but falls incomplete down at the 10-yard line. That'll bring up a 2nd and 10 for BGA from midfield.
Yeah, BGA is Air BGA tonight, and they've taken the pro. We're going to throw the ball vertically down the field, and we're going to throw the ball often, and our guys are going to have to adjust to that. And, hopefully we'll get some pass rush up front and sack them a few times and force them to get back into running the football.
BGA sets up from midfield. 2nd and 10. 10:04 left on the clock. Snap is back. Pitch goes to the right side. Now trying to break it up north and south, and is brought down by Houston Clements after a gain of about 2 yards.
Yeah, that was a good play. They ran and they tuck it in from a pistol formation and pitched it to his tailback, and Houston Clements cut him down after he looked like he had some green in front of him. Just a great athletic play by Houston Clements. This is a big 3rd down here, Alex.
3rd and 8 for the Wildcats from the Baylor 48-yard line. Beathard in the shotgun. Snap is back, looking over the right side, then gives the handoff right back up the middle. It is stopped short.
Yeah, they tried to catch him, Alex, with a draw play, and our guys read it well, and out come BGA's punt team, but they tried to catch us in a passing down and run a draw play, which is a good call by the coaches, but our defense had it well tuned in.
So 4th and 5 will bring out the punt team for BGA. Snap is back, punt is up. No one back to return the punt for Baylor. And the ball is down at the Baylor 3-yard line. So good punt there by BGA. Baylor will be set up back in their own red zone, setting up 1st and 10 from their own 3-yard line to start off our first possession of the game here tonight.
Yeah, that was a great sequence for BGA. They got several first downs, and they pinned us deep, and what we've got to do is we've got to get some room out and get it off of our goal line so we can operate our offense. So hopefully George or somebody can pop one right here, Alex.
O'Connor will start the game for the Red Raiders here tonight. 1 receiver to each side, 2 men in the backfield. Pitch goes to the right side to Porter. He's trying to break it up the right side. He's gone! He's gone!
He's gone! He's gone! He's gone!
Nobody's stopping.
He's gone!
50, 40, 30, 20, 15, 10. Touchdown, George!
Oh, Alex!
57 yards.
Yes, sir! Just a tall sweep on 1st and 10. That's about 97 yards as George hit the corner, hit the sideline, darted and dashed into the end zone for a touchdown, Red Raider.
Wow.
That's the danger. Yes, Alex, that's the danger of being down there that deep and having the tailback like we do, the opportunity to hit a home run, and we hit one right off the bat.
Gaglianone comes in for the PAT, and it is up, and it is good. That extends the lead 7-0. Your Red Raiders take the quick lead with 8:37 left here in the first quarter. First play of the game. George Porter takes a pitch over the right side, takes it for 97 yards and the touchdown.
How's that for his average, Alex? 97 yard there. He can run the ball 10 more times and still going to have a haughty average. And what a great start for the Baylor Red Raider offense tonight and George Porter individually. That almost put him right at 1,100 right there. And, you know. And
I think that's just over 1,100.
Yeah, it is.
So
it is.
He'll be reaching that 1,200 maybe even tonight. I
mean, he might very well do it just 100 yards away.
Gaglianone comes in for his second kickoff of the game here tonight. 7-0 is your score here at Heywood Stadium. 8:37 left on the clock here in the first quarter.
Gaglianone will kick off. GCC, Ronald Cleveland, and John Revian.
Kick is up. It's a high kick. Will be returned from the BGA 4-yard line. Good coverage on special teams. BGA will set up for their second possession of the night from their own 26-yard line.
Yeah, right now we can settle in. We got the lead, and we can settle in defensively, and you know, and look for them. If they, you know, if they want to throw now, then go ahead and let them throw. We can just pin our ears back and put pressure on them, and you know, that's the thing about it. You know, a team get behind, they get out of their comfort zone, it could mean trouble.
Beathard in the shotgun, two receivers to his left. Drops back, gives the handoff over to the left side. There's coverage in the backfield. He breaks free of it, still trying to break it up to the left side. He's got a little bit of room to run and makes a good run out of nothing. Breaks it to about the BGA 36-yard line where he's brought down. And that'll set up 2nd and 5 for the Wildcats.
Yeah, he ran a long way to get about 4 or 5 yards, 5 yards. But, you know, that was just a good play. It looked like we had him in the backfield, and he kind of slipped to the next level and picked up about 5 yards.
2nd and 5 for BGA.
Beathard in the shotgun, two receivers to his right, one to his left. Gives the handoff right back up the middle. Got some room to run. Just short of the first down. It's brought down by a plethora of Red Raiders. Gets to about the 35-yard line. That'll bring up a 3rd and short.
Yeah, the defensive line initially got everybody stood up, and a good linebacker like Colton Jumper cleaned him up there for about 1 yard short of the first down.
Beathard in the shotgun, two receivers to his right, takes the snap, gives another handoff up the right side, met quickly in the backfield by Colton Jumper. Play is called dead. Huge loss there, though. Colton Jumper just jumped that run and met him in the backfield for the big 3rd down stop. That'll bring up another 4th and 5 for BGA, and their punt team will return back on the possession here tonight very quickly.
Yeah, he shot the A-gap and read it quite beautifully and met the running back right in the backfield.
So 4th and 5 from BJ's own 30-yard line will force the punt. Snap is back, punt is away. It's a good punt. Landry Taylor back to return. Calls for the fair catch and will catch it up at the Baylor 24, where your Red Raiders will come out for their second possession of the night. 7-0 is their lead. 6:38 on the clock here in the first quarter.
Yeah, I would come right back with another toss sweep and see if we can repeat the same thing as we did the last play. And you know, and right now, you know, things are looking really good, and our guys are playing well on both sides of the ball, although the offensive team has only had one play, and, you know, hopefully we can get into a great rhythm tonight.
O'Connor comes back onto the field with two receivers to his left and one to the right. Porter is alone in the backfield. Man in motion over the right side. O'Connor dropping back very far in the pocket. Sends a big pass over the middle. He's got a man open. It is caught at about the 35. He's still going. The 20 down inside the 20-yard line. What a throw there from Michael O'Connor to Isaac White over the middle. That'll bring up a Chattanooga Land Company first down. Bring up a 1st and 10 from the BGA 17-yard line.
Yeah, that was a fake reverse. Looked like a toss to a fake reverse. The receiver got deep on the safety, and Michael laid in a beautiful ball for a great completion, Alec.
O'Connor in the shotgun once again. Two receivers to his left, one to his right. Porter at his left in the backfield. Takes the snap, gives the handoff to Porter Oh, no, O'Connor takes it up the left side. He's taking it for himself and goes forward for a gain of about 3 yards and tackled out the sideline. That gets it to about the 15-yard line.
Yeah, that was just an option read, a zone read, and it was a little bit high. And I think he initially wanted to give it to George, but the snap, and he trusted it, keeping it himself, and he gained about 4 yards, which was a good decision for Michael on that play.
Inside the 15-yard line, second down and about 6.
O'Connor in the shotgun. 2 receivers to his right now, 1 to his left.
It's going to be offsides, Alex. I think we caught him on a hard count. I think we were going on 2, and BGA jumped on 1, and that'll give us almost a first down. That'll put us in a second down and about 1.
Yep, you're right, Darryl. That's second 1 from the BGA 10-yard line. The Red Raiders threatening on their second possession of the night. 7-0 is their lead. O'Connor, same formation. Sets up in the shotgun. Takes the snap, gives the handoff right back up. Nick keeps it for himself once again. Same play to the left side, gets the first down. Jumping forward for some more. Falls forward. And gets
touchdown!
Touchdown, Michael O'Connor.
Yes, sir, man. That 6'6" frame battled and struggled and twisted and turned and refused to go down at the 2, and he stretched out across the goal line for a touchdown for the Red Raiders.
He had contact at the 5, evaded that defender, then had taken 2 more, and he carried him into the end zone. Very strong run there, and good play not to give up by Michael O'Connor, being rewarded with a touchdown. Gaglianone comes from the PAT, and it is good. That makes your Baylor lead 14-0 here early at Heywood Stadium. 5:12 left on the clock here in the first quarter.
Yeah, I saw an interview this past week with Michael, and Michael was telling people that he can run the football. Michael's deceptive because he's so tall, Alex, and it looks like he's not covering much ground, but he definitely can cover a lot of ground and eat up a lot of yards with his 6'6" frame.
Darryl, what a big lead the Red Raiders have been able to take, and we kicked off to start this game, so we're going to get the ball first for the ball first in the second half, but we've already got a 14-0 lead, and it's halfway through the first quarter.
Yeah, what a difference a week make in the weather, Alex. The weather had a lot to do with that. The inclement weather, the cold weather, the misty rain, and the field was slipping. We're at home on our turf. A beautiful evening to play football. Our kids are obviously feeling good and comfortable in their own environment, and we're playing really well right now.
Well, there's no denying that. Gaglianone comes in and gets a touchback, so BGA will set up from their own 20-yard line. Going to have to try to get some offensive production. They were actually producing a lot of yards in their first possession. They were coming in with more of a passing style offense than we saw last week. They were sticking to the run more often, but they came in first possession. They were getting good yards, so we'll have to see if they can repeat that success. Beathard drops back.
That's a pick.
Right. That's a pick by Glenn Ireland. Takes it very close to the end zone. Fumbles at the 1. That is a Red Raider touchdown.
Yes, sir. Man, I tell you what, you can't get any better than it's going right now. And wow, man, what a great start to a playoff game. And if this is any indication of the way that we're going to be playing in these playoffs, everybody better watch out.
I mean, you couldn't have scripted this any better.
You could not have, Alex.
20-0. Gaglianone comes in. The PAT is called dead. Flag is down on the field. 4:59 left on the clock here in the first quarter. 20-0 is the lead for your Red Raiders. We've had one 97-yard touchdown run by George Porter, one run in by Michael O'Connor, and then we get a pick from Glenn Ireland, fumbles at the 1-yard line, and then one of our linemen is able to fall on it in the end zone. 3-touchdown lead already. I cannot complain right now.
I tell you what, we scored on offense, we scored on defense, And if we could get a punt return or a kick return on special teams, there's another stoppage of the extra point.
We're going to test Gagliano next. Keep pushing him back. See how far he can put it through.
Well, I think they're pushing it forward. I think it's against them.
The first flag that was on the PAT was against Baylor, which pushed us back 5 yards. But now BGA returns the favor, and we are back to the normal PAT kicking distance. So Gagliano will set up for his third PAT after this touchdown. Snap is back, kick is up, and he puts it through. That extends the lead 21-0 here with 4:59 left in the clock in the first quarter. The offensive production is just outstanding, and the defensive play that we're seeing right now all around this Red Raider team is just playing outstanding.
Yeah, you might be right on what you said earlier. You know, if it keep going like this, you can assure you that a lot of young kids are going to get a lot of playing time. But you know, right now, man, what a great start, man. You know, it's like a sprinter getting out of blocks about as good as you can get, and you couldn't ask for anything like this in an opening round of a playoff game. Good for the Red Raiders.
Rafael Gagliano will kick off for Baylor.
Gagliano kicks the ball off. It's a good kick. That'll be a touchback. So BGA will start off from their 20-yard line for the next possession of the night. They're going to have to get something going here early in the game if they want to have a chance of coming back with the production that we're seeing from this offensive team of Baylor right now.
Well, that's the thing about it. You know, you only can do so much, man. You can't score 14 points at one time, so you've got to be patient, and if they keep taking chances, and that's what's going to happen, you're going to turn the football over. So they're in a bad position right now.
Snap is back. Bethard looking for the pass over the right side. It's complete, and Landry Taylor comes up with a big hit on the right sideline, but the receiver holds on to the ball. Good completion there. Goes for about 6 yards. That'll bring up a 2nd and 4 from the BGA 26-yard line.
Yeah, he paid for it on that one. I mean, he broke on the ball really well, and what a solid tackle over there on the sidelines. And our kids are fired up, man.
Second and 4, BGA from their own 26. Bethard in the shotgun. 2 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. Snap is back. He takes it for himself with the left side. Has some contact in the backfield, but he breaks free. He's got a lot of room to run. That's out to 40, 45, 50. Breaking it out of bounds. Pushes out of bounds by Bryce Reynolds. But big gain there from Bethard. BGA gets a solid 30-yard gain and is into Baylor territory at the Baylor 45. They will set up 1st and 10.
Yeah, he got lost in the traffic, man. He cut back a couple of times, and he kind of got lost in between the blockers. There was some good blocking downfield, and, you know, he made a good play, and we'll go back and start 1st down over again.
Baylor territory.
Bethard in the shotgun, takes a snap, passer.
Let's go! Whoa, he jumped it!
He jumped about it. He's got the 10, 5, touchdown. Russell Burton picks up the Raiders.
Well, man, oh man, Alex. I tell you what, man, he saw that all the way. The quarterback looked right at him as he dropped back. Mike jumped around, took it to the house, and the Red Raiders are scoring points like a calculator. Yes, and then Russell, I'm sorry. Russell Burton, I'm sorry. What a great play by Russell Burton. Man, did he read that and break on that ball, Alex.
No doubt about it. So that is now 2 touchdowns the offense has produced, and that is the 2nd for the defense of the night. Gagliano comes in for the PAT and puts it through. That makes your lead 28-0 for your Red Raiders here at Heywood Stadium and playoff round 1, and it is looking good so far, Daryl.
Yeah, Alex, you know, like we were talking about, you know, when you get behind and when you trying to press, when you get down as far as they are behind right now, you tend to try to take chances. He stared his receiver down, and Russell broke on the ball and picked it off. He could see it coming. You could see him just laying there waiting for him to throw it, and you can't press like that. BGA's going to have to go back, get a patient drive in order to get back into this football game. You know, they can't make up this difference like that. There's going to have to be some patience on their part. If not, you know, they'll get run out of the stadium. They will get run out. I tell you what, across the state, if they looking and they seeing this and they like, are we still in the first quarter?
We are.
And it's 28-0. You know, boy, that's gonna catch some people's eyes. Man, oh man.
Gaglianone comes in for the kickoff. It is off, and it's a great kick. Another one from Gaglianone. That's a touchback. No surprise there. So BGA will set up from their own 20-yard line. Another attempt at an offensive drive here, but the last two have ended poorly for BGA. Both have been returned for pick sixes. So you got to think maybe change it up, maybe go back to your running plan for last week, because that obviously was more productive than what has happening right now. These cornerbacks and these D-backs are just jumping routes like crazy. So we'll have to see what happens here. Bethard in the shotgun, two receivers to his right, 2 men in the backfield. Handoff goes up the middle over the right side, attempting to break it out, but met by a few defenders in the backfield and is taken down for a loss of about 2 yards.
Yeah, just a dominating play by the front line, and you know, we've got a combination of speed and size and up there on the front defensive line, and you know, and BGA's having a hard time getting us blocked at the point of attack. So, you know, they're not running the ball well, and they definitely not throwing the ball well, and right now they find themselves in a bind.
Bethard in the shotgun, 3 receivers to his left, fakes the handoff, and it is fumbled. Ball is loose, and Colton Jumper falls on it. We'll have to see what the official call is, but from up here it looks as if Colton Jumper fell on that ball, and if he does, Baylor will take over inside the 10-yard line.
It is! Wow!
Colton Jumper falls on the fumble. We will take over at the BGA 6-yard line. Wow, Daryl.
Our offense isn't getting any reps at all because our defense is scoring points. And, you know, it's like picking up a box of Martin salt, and when it rains, it pours. That's what it says on it. And I imagine that's how the BGA kids are feeling right now. You know, what in the world is going on? It's what they have to be thinking as the Red Raiders timeout is being taken on the field. And, man, it's like a heavyweight fight, and and the bell ring, and one guy comes out and he hits the guy 1,000 times without the guy even being able to get his fist up. And man, what a fast start! I've never seen anything like this, Alex, ever in a playoff game.
Now, we're only 2/3 into this first quarter, and we're about to put our 5th touchdown on the board, assuming that we can put it in from the 8-yard line here.
What will happen, though, Alex, is a mercy rule, and the clock will continue to run the whole time, and so the game will definitely be shortened, tremendously.
I'm not sure what the points is for the mercy rule.
I'm not either. We'll find that out and
yeah. But either way, Nick Tiano comes in to lead the Red Raiders here on this next possession. Setting up under center, 1 receiver to each side. 1st and 10, 1st and goal from the BGA 8-yard line. Tiano under center, takes the snap, gives the handoff to Houston Clements right back up the middle, goes forward for about 3 yards. That'll bring up a 2nd and 5 from the BGA 5-yard line.
Yeah, just a simple dive play, and getting repetitions on offense, and trying to get our line involved in the game and get our offense going to get some reps in, because we really haven't been on the field hardly any at all. I think this is just the second possession, or 3rd possession.
Tiano under center, same formation, gives the handoff to Porter, right back up the middle, and it's met quickly in the backfield by the D-line of BGA. Really the first big play we've seen from them all night, so it's a good spark for them, see if they can get something going, but the production for this Red Raider offense is putting out right now is just outstanding.
Yeah, that was a counter play, Alex, and the backside leaked in and got George and knocked him down in the backfield.
So Tiana will set up 3rd and goal from the BGA 7. Fake handoff to Porter, rolling out. Pass is complete to Isaac White on the left side of the end zone for the Red Raider touchdown, extending the lead 34-0 with 2:27 left here in the first quarter.
That was just a pretty beautiful bootleg by Nick Tiano. He booted out and his receiver was in the left-hand corner and he threw a bullet to him for the touchdown. What a well-executed offensive play.
The fake was great by Tiano, and he just rolled out, and Isaac White was wide open in the back left end zone. Kick is good by Gaglianone. Extends your lead 35-0. That will put the mercy rule into effect, so the clock will be non-stop if the lead stays the same for your Red Raiders here.
Yeah, I don't know if that apply for the state playoffs yet. It may be. I don't know. I don't know how it worked. It is. When did they start it? Okay.
2:27 on the clock. 35-0 is the score for your Red Raiders. Gaglianone gets the kickoff. It'll be a touchback, so BGA will start from their own 20-yard line. The last 3 possessions that their offense has taken the field has ended in a turnover, 2 going for pick sixes, and the last, Colton Jumper getting in the backfield and interrupting the handoff and forcing the fumble and recovering it himself at the 6-yard line. Then Baylor is able to tap it in from the Nick Tiana to Isaac White pass on the bootleg. So, wow, I mean, 3 touchdowns from your offense, 2 from your defense. That's production all around, and it's just the first quarter.
I know.
BGA takes the snap. Looking over the left side of the pass, goes deep over the middle. He's got a man open. It's batted down, and a flag is down, though.
Yeah, I ain't gonna call interference, but I don't know. I don't know about that. When the ball was tipped, and then they both fell down, and probably was incidental contact, but the official is going to give him a 15-yard penalty and a 1st and 10 on a pass interference call.
So that BGA will set up 1st and 10 from their own 35. Beathard will set up in the shotgun. 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left, 1 man in the backfield. Takes it for himself to run up the right side. Cuts it up the middle, and he stopped quickly for a gain of about 3 yards.
Yeah, that was just a called run play. There wasn't any read in that at all. He got a snap from the shotgun, and he took off almost like a counter or trap play for the quarterback, and he took off and he gained about 2.5 yards or 3 yards.
So 2nd and 7 for the Wildcats. 1:40 on the clock and ticking here in the first quarter. Beathard in the shotgun by himself. 2 receivers to his right, 3 to his left. Man in motion over the left side, gets the handoff. Quickly met in the backfield by Blake Lane and others. Goes for no gain, maybe a loss of 1. That'll bring up a 3rd and long for BGA from their own 37-yard line.
Yeah, they tried to run a jet sweep into the trip formations, and Baylor was having none of that. It looked like Coach Burr once again have scouted so well, and our defense is almost calling the plays before they run it. And what a well-scouted play, and the Red Raiders stop it for a loss of 1 on the play.
Inside 1 minute in the first quarter, Beathard in the shotgun. 2 receivers to his left, none to his right. Snap is back, looking over the left side for the pass. Takes it for himself up the middle. He's got some room to run over the right side. He's got the first down. Blake Lane gets the tackle, not soon enough to stop him from getting the first down. So the Wildcats will set up 1st and 10 from their own 48-yard line. 42 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, it looked like, Alex, they initially wanted to run a screen. That broke down, and then the receivers downfield was covered, and the quarterback took off and run and found him a seam and picked up the first down.
Beathard's got some good legs on him.
He does.
He's a threat to scramble at any point in time. Beathard in the shotgun, takes the snap, pitch goes to the left side. Running back's got some room to run. He falls after a gain of about 7. So 2nd short for the Wildcats as they break into Red Raider territory.
Yeah, that's just that little odd-looking toss play that they have from the Wildcat formation, and he got up and got into a gap and gained about 7 yards on that play. BGA have settled in on this drive, and they're running more of a structured type of offense, and there's be a timeout taken on the field. That's the quarter, excuse me.
Yeah, that'll take us into the second quarter here at Heywood Stadium. 35-0 is your lead after an explosion of all-around just scoring from the Red Raiders. We've seen 3 offensive touchdowns, 1 from George Porter, 1 from Michael O'Connor, and 1 passing touchdown from Nick Tiano to Isaac White. And then we've seen 3 turnovers for your Red Raider defense, 2 pick sixes, 1 coming from Russell Burton, the other from Glenn Ireland got the pick and then fumbled it on the 1-yard line, but Red Raider was able to fall on it for the TD. And then also Colton Jumper got a forced fumble and his own recover fumble deep in BGA territory. So all around, special teams even. Gaglianone has kicked, of the 5 PATs he's kicked, he actually had to kick about 7, and they've all been good because there's a few penalties on one of them. So you just cannot complain about a single aspect of this team here tonight. Everyone is playing just, it's what you would expect from a first-round playoff team. They're coming out with knowing that it's go big or go home, and they're definitely going big here tonight.
Yes, that's for sure.
So the Wildcats come in to start off the second quarter. Beathard draws over the right side for the pass and takes it for himself. He's going to scramble. No, he has some time to get it away, and his pass is complete. Tackled by Ian Jump at the Baylor 29.
Yeah, that play just had way too much time, and our guys, kept coming at him, and he kept finding time, and our secondary can't cover for that long. And there was a tight end sitting down for about a 15-yard hookup and a first down for BGA.
Two receivers to the left, none to the right for Beathard. 1 man in the backfield. Takes the snap. Pitch goes to the left side. Colton Jumper's in the backfield, got a hand on him, but not able to bring him down. The running back still room to run. He breaks it free and gets in the end zone for BGA's first score of the night. That will negate the mercy rule and make the score 35-6 as BGA gets on the board for their first points of the night.
Yeah, that was one of their favorite toss plays, and Colton had him dead to right in the backfield, and he slipped through that tackle, and then he was off. Got to the second level, and there was no one left as he darted down the left sideline and give BGA his first score of the night.
Kick is up, and it is good. So that makes the score 35-7 for the Red Raiders here at Heywood Stadium, as BGA gets their first score of the night.
And, and just like just like with BGA, Alex, we're gonna have to take some of their advice and get settled in offensively. And with the lead like we have, we need right now. We need to work the clock. We need to move the ball, keep moving the sticks, and hopefully keep scoring. But there's so much time, left in this game, and we really need to stay focused because it's still a long way to go, and just keep playing hard and well like we are.
Yeah, Daryl, what we're going to see here is a strategy that we normally wouldn't see until late in the fourth quarter, or in the fourth quarter, which is the clock management.
Right.
Just the Red Raiders just coming in. It's just the start of the second quarter, but as soon as we can get out of here with the W, that's what we're going to do. The pooch kick comes from BGA. Be returned from Mike Davis from his own 25. He got some room to run, takes it to the 31. So I think that's Nick Tiano will lead the Red Raiders here on this next possession. He'll take over from his own 36-yard line. And we'll see if we can get some more insurance on the board.
Yep, we just need to come out and run our offense and move the sticks and be effective and, just keep playing like we playing. Right now, things are going great.
Tiano in at quarterback. Two receivers to his left, one to his right. Porter's in the backfield, gets the handoff over the left side, breaking it to the outside, turns it upfield. Got some room to run. He's breaking up the sideline. Gets that pushed out of bounds at midfield. That's good enough for the Chattanooga Land Company. First down and another 20 yards for George Porter.
That shows George's maturity. George did a great thing there that you see an experienced running back. He turned the sideline. He got all that he could, and then he darted out of bounds to save himself from taking a hit. The young George Porter would run into there to that contact, but as you get older, you get he could and darted out of bounds.
So Tiano comes in from midfield, 1st and 10. Handoff goes to Porter over the right side, set up as a wide receiver. Met at the line of scrimmage and then still moving his feet though. Wow, what effort there from Porter. He was met at the line of scrimmage by two BGA defenders, and I think they just gave up on the tackle after they made their initial contact, and George wasn't giving up on that one, and he breaks it for about a 5-yard gain. So a 6-yard gain, so that'll bring up a 2nd and 4 from BGA's 44-yard line after another 6-yard run from George Porter.
Yeah, we ran their jet sweep, and George hit it up in there and just refused to go down, as George Porter now has got 125 yards with a 25-yard average per carry.
Tiano alone in the shotgun, two receivers to each side. Mike Davis comes across the middle. Tiano takes it for himself up the middle, dives forward and gets the Chattanooga Land Company first down, and is down at the BGA 39.
Alex, what I'm noticing here is that I'm noticing in this past week of practice, man, our guys must have had some great weeks of days of practice, because the efficiency that we're playing at right now is quite frightening, because our kids are looking as good as I've seen them so far all season.
Yeah, definitely a lot of preparation and hard work has gone into this game to see the results that we are seeing right now. 9:55 on the clock and ticking. Tiano in the shotgun, two backs at each side, two receivers on his left, one to his right. Option goes to the left side. Tiano pitches it to Porter, who's met in the backfield and tackled by three BGA defenders for a loss of 1. That'll bring up a 2nd and 11 from the BGA 39, 41.
Yeah, right there, just in the play that maybe Nick should have kept it on that one. I thought he had, and he had a lot of room to run with.
Tiano sets up under center, one receiver to each side. Clements and Porter in the backfield. Handoff is fake to Porter up the middle. Pass goes to the left side to Houston Clements. Pass falls incomplete. That'll bring up a 3rd and long for your Red Raiders from the BGA 41-yard line.
Boy, we had what we wanted out there, and if he just could have made a little bit better throw on that Houston Clements out in open space against a linebacker, I'll take that every time, and he would have had some green in front of him.
passing down here for the Red Raiders. 3rd and long. Wouldn't be surprised to see a handoff to Porter, though, with the production he's having tonight. Handoff is fake to Porter up the middle, and screen pass goes to Mike Davis over the left side, but a lot of flags down in the field. After the incomplete pass attempted for Mike Davis over the left side on 3rd down, but we'll have to see what the call is down in the field.
Yeah, I'd be shocked if it wasn't holding. You know, we tried to set up a screen play. It's either going to be holding on them for tackling the back or holding on us for trying to set up that screen. But either way, it's going to be holding on the play. And I think they're going to refuse it and put us in 4th down.
Holding on the offense was declined. Another holding on the offense is declined again. So that'll bring up a 4th and long. Ian Jump comes out for the punt. His first of the night. Going to get a good chance to pin BGA back deep in their own, close to their own end zone. He'll be punting from his own 46-yard line. Punt is up, and it's a good punt deep into BGA territory. Gets a Baylor bounce, but bounces into the end zone, so that'll be a touchback. And BGA will set up from their own 20-yard line, now moving left to right on the radio dial.
Yeah, I thought for a second that if we had got a kick left, it was going to roll near the goal line to the left there, but it bounded through the end zone. And BGA has set up shop right flat on the 20-yard line. Now we're going to have to tighten back up on defense. We don't need to give them any more momentum. We don't need to let them get any more points right now. We've got to get them stopped and get our offense back on the field.
Beathard on the field will set up from the shotgun. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff to the left side, rolling left, looking for the pass. He's going to try to scramble, but is sacked in the backfield by 2 Raider defenders for a loss of about 6 yards.
Yeah, he just kept running, looked like he was going to fake the little toss, and then he was going to stretch it out to the outside and try to hit his receiver down the left sideline. But our pressure caught him and caved him in on the left side for a loss of 5 yards, 6 yards on the play, 2nd down, 16.
2nd and 16.
Beathard sets up in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff over the right side. Now looking left for the pass. He's going to keep it for himself, trying to break it up the right side. He's got a little bit of room to run, but tackled by Derek Green for a short gain. That'll bring up a 3rd and long, nevertheless, after the short gain there by Beathard. Bring up a 3rd and 10 from BGA's own 20-yard line.
Yeah, he ran, and Derek Green hit him so hard that he hurt his own self there for a minute, Alex. And it's getting that big 300-pound body moving, and and he hit him and he knocked him down for a 5-yard gain.
So Beathard will set up in the shotgun once again. 1 receiver to each side. Fake pass over the left side. Handoff goes right back up the middle, but stopped short by Colton Jumper and Luke Hutchins. That'll bring in the punt team for BGA. They're forced with a 4th and 4 from their own 26-yard line. Back to return for Baylor is number 6, Landry Taylor. Punt is up, almost blocked.
Get out of the way.
It is down at the Baylor 48-yard line. Your Red Raiders will come in and attempt to take back the 35-point lead and try to get the mercy rule back in play.
It will be Baylor's ball, 1st and 10.
O'Connor comes in.
Michael O'Connor will be quarterback.
To lead the offense. 6:48 on the clock.
42 would look a lot better than 35.
O'Connor in the shotgun, 2 receivers to each side. Drops back looking for the pass. Man in pressure, and it is picked off. Good pressure there. Michael O'Connor was hit from the backside, and a BGA defender was able to dive under it and get the interception there.
Yeah, backside pressure got him, and he threw it in a. I thought it was going to bounce off the turf, but he looked like he got his hands under the ball. So I don't know.
Beathard in the shotgun, trips to the left, 1 receiver to the right, looking over the left side for the pass. He's going to scramble for himself. Falls at his own line of scrimmage with Colton Jumper in pursuit. That'll bring up a 2nd and 10 from BGA's own 47-yard line.
That was a great coverage about the secondary, and he had no receiver open and saw Colton Jumper coming, and saw it better to get down to the turf.
Yeah, a smart play there by Beathard. 6:10 on the clock and ticking. 2nd 10 for BGA from their own 47-yard line. Beathard in the shotgun, 1 receiver to each side, takes the snap, looking over the left side, then gives the handoff over the left. Man's got some room to run. Bryce Reynolds in pursuit, misses the tackle, and Glenn Ireland is able to push him out of bounds.
Yeah, that's their bread and butter play, Alex. That draw play, and he's quick, man, and he's looking to get to those sidelines, and, man, he can really fly.
Yeah, he can. He showed it there. I think it's the 2nd play where he's broken it for 20-plus yards on this Red Raider defense. Just using his speed to get to the sideline, then break it up, and is able to take it for some good yards. So 1st and 10, BGA will set up from the Baylor 26-yard line. In the shotgun is Beathard. 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Takes it for himself over the right side. Many Baylor defenders in pursuit.
Yeah, it looked like just another quarterback keep, and and our backside guys ran him down, and he could not get it turned upfield. The only thing that they seem to be effective with running with us right now is that little toss and a little bit of a draw play that they run back into the boundary, and once we get that shored up, they won't have much to go with on the offensive side of the ball.
2 receivers to each side for Beathard, 2nd and 14. Drops back in the pocket, looking over the left side. Now he's going to try to scramble over the right side. Needs to pass it away. Now breaks it back over the left side. He's got a lot of room to run. Blake Lane in pursuit. Gets the pass off to his running back. And Glenn Ireland is able to take him down, but not soon enough. BGA gets the 1st down. Wow, good scramble there by Beathard. He broke off the right side. Didn't see anything there, so took it back over the left side and was able to find his running back in the flats with no one covering him. And Blake Lane is able to get the tackle.
Yeah, that was just a good play by the quarterback.
Under center is Beathard, 1 receiver to the right. Handoff goes right back up the middle, but running back trips as he reaches the line of scrimmage, so that play will go for no yards. 2nd and 10 for BGA from the Baylor 14-yard line.
Yeah, the yard line got him there, and he just got maybe going a little bit too fast. And if we can get them, we need to get them stopped on these passes. We need to get some pass rush on him and keep him contained, because he's good enough that once he break outside contain, he can make some plays.
Four minutes on the clock here in the 2nd quarter and ticking. Beathard in the shotgun, 1 receiver to each side, 2 men in the backfield. Play is called dead. Flag is down on the field. Delay of game on the offense. So that'll bring up a 2nd and 15 for BGA.
Yep. Well, we need to get them stopped here, and if at worst, hold them to a field goal attempt, but like to would come up with where they didn't get any points at all, and and keep this margin that we have, and to get back settled in. That's the difficult part of playing a game where you have such a big lead, as they run up to the line to run the play.
Two receivers to the left, one to the right, one man in the backfield for Beathard, who's in the shotgun. Takes the snap, looking over the left side for the pass. Now he's got a man open in the end zone. Passes up, and it is complete. I don't know how that pass got to him, but that is a touchdown for BGA. Their second touchdown of the night. That makes the score 35-14 here at Heywood Stadium. What a pass there from Beathard. He threw it into, I don't know how many players were defending that receiver, but he's able to get it in there, so they get the touchdown. So 3:47 left on the clock here in the first half. 35-13 is your score now, pending the PAT.
Yeah, that was just a great throw, man, between a lot of traffic, and I don't know how in the world he's threaded that through there, because you could see red shirts all around him, and he was able to slide it through there to the ground, and the receiver made a great catch. And I tell you what, man, we've got to get back. We've got to get back in a rhythm, Alex, because like I said, a big lead sometimes, man, with so much time left in the game, there's so much time to go in this game, and BGA is building a little momentum. If we come back now and get a touchdown, I think we seize the momentum back from them, and we've got to get going back on offense again. We've got to give our defense a break, because they're staying out on the field, so much lately, and we've got to get in the offensive rhythm and move the ball up and down the field, and hopefully get another score here before half.
Matthew DeBoer will tee it up. Back to receive for Baylor, Mike Davis and Landry Taylor.
3:47 left on the clock. BGA gets the pooch, sends off the pooch kick. Mike Davis comes up to return it from his own 29, breaks a defender or two, and gets to his own 35-yard line, where Michael O'Connor will come out to lead the Red Raider offense from his own 35-yard line.
Yeah, let's get settled in and get George a few carries and get our offense back going, and hopefully march down here and get a touchdown.
I agree. We need some. We had a lot of all 35 points coming in the first quarter, so it'd be nice if we could get some second quarter points here. O'Connor under center, one receiver to each side. Clements and Porter in the backfield. Pitch goes to Porter up the left side, trying to take it up the sideline. He's got some room to run. 40, 45, gets out of bounds to the 50-yard line. That's good enough for the Chattanooga Land Company. First down, taking it to the BGA 49, where your Red Raiders will set up 1st and 10.
That's what I'm talking about. Toss sweep, gained about 20-some yards, Alex. Move the sticks, move the clock. Let's go down here and get a score and go in feeling good at halftime.
Clock should be running, but O'Connor gives the handoff to Porter, going right back up the middle, falls forward after a gain of about 2. That'll bring up a 2nd and 8 with 3:25 left on the clock and ticking.
Yeah, whether George is running inside or outside, initial contact's not going to get him down. It's going to take that second wave. George has gotten so much stronger and running so much harder.
O'Connor under center, one receiver to each side. Clements and Porter in the backfield. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Porter, looking over the right side. Pass is incomplete, attempted for Chandler Gauger.
If he just had a little bit more time, he had Chandler dragging across the field, and he just, pressure got to him a little bit too quick, and he wasn't able to set his feet and make a good throw, but we had what we wanted on that route. Hopefully we'll come back to that, because it's definitely open on this 3rd down and 8.
Gage Upshaw and Coda Nix enter the game. O'Connor in the shotgun now, 2 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. Porter is at his left in the backfield. Flag is down, false start on your Red Raiders.
Yeah, that was our left tackle there, and he raised up in his stance a little bit, and he tried to hide it as best as can, but once you pop up, you're going to call that.
That'll bring up a 3rd and 14 for your Red Raiders from our own 47-yard line. 2:59 left on the clock here in the first half.
3rd down and 14.
O'Connor sets up in the shotgun. 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Porter at his left side. Takes the snap, dropping back, looking over the left side. Pass attempted for Dakota Nix over the left side, and it's incomplete. So that'll bring up a 4th and long for the Red Raiders. Ian Jump will come in for his 2nd punt of the night, and BGA will take over deep in their own end zone, deep in their own field, and they will try to get some points on the board to take us into halftime.
Yeah, we got it. We need to get a good punt right here, and and try to pin them down, and try to gain some stability. It's a fake, and he's got it. He's got it. He's got it.
The ball, fake, taking up the left sideline, and goes out of bounds. What a fake there what a call by Coach Massey.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Alex.
Side gets the Chattanooga Land Company first down.
Listen, Alex, momentum had gone back on their side, and Coach Massey knew that, and Coach Massey had to do something to break that momentum. What a great call and a great chance he took on that fake punt.
O'Connor takes the snap, gives Porter the handoff, going at the right side. He's got some room to run. Breaks a few tackles and gets about a 9-yard gain. That'll bring up a 2nd short. BGA red zone. That's about the BGA 14-yard line.
Yeah, that was just a good play, and and gain another 9-yard gain, and getting closer to that end zone with time is ticking down, and hopefully we can get a score here and go up 42-14.
O'Connor under center, gives the handoff to Porter up the left side, gets the first down and then some. Getting close to the 5-yard line. That's good enough for the Chattanooga Land Company first down.
And that'll put us in goal, Alex. That'll put us, he slashed in there just right up the middle. And our offensive line kind of setting the tempo this drive a little bit. And as we get down to the goal line, I'm sure Coach Massey want to just smash it in there to let them know that we're able to just line down and run the ball in.
That'll set up 1st and goal from the BGA 7. 1:55 on the clock and ticking. O'Connor takes the snap and gives hand off the Porter up the right side. Initial contact is broken. Another contact.
Wow!
3rd contact broken, and Porter just walks into the end zone for the Red Raider touchdown, extending the lead 41-14 here with 1:47 left on the clock.
Yeah, George played pinball on that one, man. The first guy hit him, he bounced off. The second guy hit him. 3rd guy, George refused to go down and walked into the end zone, bounced into the end zone for a touchdown for the Red Raiders.
That extends your lead 42-14 after Gaglianone kicks in the PAT. That gives George Porter 165 yards rushing on the night. What a night he is having so far. And it's just the end of the second half here at Heywood Stadium.
We needed that, and we needed to break that pattern that BGA was trying to establish to get back into this game. And got to give Coach Massey the credit, man. He knew that, and he sensed that as a coach, and and he faked a punt. That was a big chance that he took, and he faked that, and it turned out really big for us. And wow, what a kick!
Gaglianone's kickoff sails just low of the uprights, almost made a 70-yard field goal right there. I mean, this entire Red Raider team right now is just exploding with production. It's awesome to watch, especially since it's the first round of the playoffs, and seeing that if we can keep this production moving forward, there's no telling how far this team could go.
Absolutely, I agree with you 100%.
BGA takes the run up the left side, gets the first down gets it to about the 31-yard line and goes out of bounds.
Yeah, I thought I saw a holding on that, but my eyes might have deceived me. But But that was a good play by Bethard, and you know, I think he's a sophomore, and you know, and I think he's got a great future ahead of him.
Bethard takes the snap, gives the handoff right back up the middle. Running back just putting his head in the back of his lineman, going forward for about a 6 or 7 yard gain. That'll bring up a second short for the BGA offense.
Yeah, that's fine with us. Let them keep running the ball inside, and let the clock keep going. And we need to get into this half, because I know they're gonna try to come back and throw it as they run the draw play again. And there's nothing to be had on that. It'll be 3rd down and short as they hurry back to the line to try to get off a play really quick.
Bethard takes the snap, looking over the left side for the pass. Will Thomas in pursuit. Gets the throw off, and that'll be incomplete pass. Bring up a 4th and medium distance. As we could hear Coach Burr screaming it from the right side of the press box here. There wasn't many people. There wasn't a receiver near that throw that we could see. So,
but they might have messed up right here, because if they don't punt and they don't make it right here, we're gonna have the ball with 40. They're in no man's land. They really messed up by not getting the 1st down, Alex, and now they're forced to either go for it. Well, there's a penalty on the play that we didn't see.
I did not see that.
Wow, that's either an unsportsmanlike or 15-yard penalty. I didn't see that.
I didn't either. So 50 seconds left on the clock. BGA gets the 1st down via penalty. That'll bring up a 1st and 10 from their own 48-yard line. Bethard in the shotgun, 2 receivers to each side. Try to take a shot at the end zone before halftime. Snap is back. Handoff goes right back up the middle and quickly taken down. Houston Clements gets the initial contact in the backfield for the loss of about 3 yards. That'll bring up a 2nd and long for Bethard and this Wildcat offense.
Yeah, just they're in their hurry up, and I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to hit us deep as he's in the pistol formation. And he throws it out to the left flat, and the receiver was there, and it hit him, and he just tuck it down, and there was incomplete pass. And that'll bring up a 2nd down, 3rd down and 13 for BGA. As they're shuttering players in, on both squads. The Red Raiders are substituting on this 3rd down, bringing in coverage people. BGA breaks the huddle and comes to the line of scrimmage in the pistol formation. Bethard underneath in the shotgun, back shifts right beside it, drops back. That's going to be a draw play, and the Red Raiders sniffs it out really good, and there's only going to be a minimal gain of about 3 yards on the play, as the clock will tick down to 9:87 in the 1st half, and both teams will be content to run the clock out and let the clock run out as the Red Raiders trot off the field here at Heywood Stadium. The Red Raiders, the referees are calling them back for one more play. There was a timeout that was called by BGA. So we will have another play on that before half, as the teams have started to run off the field, Alex, and it was a timeout. BGA let it run down, and we thought it was the end of the half, but they called a timeout to try for probably one more play.
So BGA will get one more attempt at a score with 3 seconds added back onto the clock.
Timeout was called with about 3 seconds remaining.
Why not? I don't blame them. I try to get in one more play too, but it's kind of odd how that came to be. But we'll play one more before the half.
BGA will get one more shot at the end zone. 2 receivers to his left, 1 receiver shotgun. dropping back for the pass, looking over the middle. Pass is complete. Flag is down, but Colton Jumper in pursuit gets the tackle. Flag is down the field.
Surely that'll end the half. Surely it's against them, and we'll decline it.
Holding.
Yeah, and we'll decline it.
Declined, and that will take us into halftime here tonight, folks. 42-14 is your lead for the Red Raiders. What a half to start the playoffs.
Yeah, I'd say so.
We're going to take a quick commercial break, folks. When we return, we'll have the Lawson Electric halftime show. Stay tuned.
Hey, sports fans. Are you buying or refinancing a home? Then look no further than the professionals at Franklin American Mortgage. You always get a winning game plan and customer service that's second to none when you work with Franklin American Mortgage or one of their valued industry partners. Contact us today at 1-800-295-1020. Let our service guide you home. Franklin American Mortgage is an equal housing lender. Tonight's game is brought to you by Lawson Electric Company. Since its establishment in 1925, Lawson Electric Company has grown to become Tennessee's largest full-service electrical contracting company with more than 80 years of successful service. Lawson Electric manifests its commitment to quality through its more than 375 employees. Lawson's significant investments in state-of-the-art equipment and human resources allow Lawson to serve its customers with the tools and manpower required when special needs arise. For more information, call Ryan Crimmins, Baylor Class of 78 at 423-267-5471 or visit us on the web at www.lawsonelectric.com. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Jane's Fine Jewelry and Gifts. Since 1986, Jane has been helping Chattanoogaans choose from her exciting collection of fine jewelry and unique gifts. Jane also offers custom design, special orders, repair services, and in-house accounts. Visit Jane's at 735 Broad Street in the James Building. Open Monday through Friday from 9:30 to 3:30 or by appointment. On the web at janesfinejewelry.com. Jane's, small shop, big selection. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Jane's Fine Jewelry and Gifts at 735 Broad Street, downtown. Visit Jane's Monday through Friday from 9:30 to 3:30 or on the web at janesfinejewelry.com. Stop by to see Jane's eye-catching rings, bracelets, earrings, and necklaces. Jane's also specializes in unique gifts and custom work. Your outdated pieces can be redesigned for a one-of-a-kind new look. Jane's, small shop, big selection. At Baylor, going the distance is a commitment that can bring the team a championship. At Kelly Quality Pre-Owned, going the distance means standing behind our pre-owned vehicles with a money-back guarantee. Yep, a money-back guarantee. When you buy a quality-owned Kelly car, you also get a free first oil change, concierge and shuttle service, and free peace of mind. Our fair value market pricing saves you money. Our money-back guarantee lets you buy with total confidence. 153 at Shallowford and Riverfront at MLK. Whitney Dreyer, financial advisor with Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. Whitney has been helping families in this community since 1996. Give him a call for any of your investment planning needs. Go Big Red. In football, a Hail Mary pass or a trick play can put points on the scoreboard, but victory usually depends on a successful game plan and diverse playbook. It's the same with investing. Wells Fargo Advisors has the experience, tools, and perspective to help create a diversified investment plan that's right for you. Call financial advisor J.R. Fitch at Wells Fargo Advisors in Dalton at 706-278-5232. Tonight's game is sponsored by Weeks Paving. Weeks provides quality construction of roads, parking lots, driveways, and many other surfaces. For more information, call 423-821-2669 or visit them on the web at weekspaving.com. And remember, with Weeks Paving, quality does not have to be expensive. Pratt Home Builders, once again, has been listed among the top 200 builders in the country. Chattanooga continually calls Pratt the best of the best, and it looks like America agrees. The best homes for the best value. Pratt Homes, 757-7687, or visit prattliving.com. Pratt Homes and Baylor classes of 94-96 say, Go Raiders. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by Atomic Films. Located on Tremont Street in North Chattanooga, Atomic Films offers a complete line of film and video services. Look for them on the web at atomicfilms.com. Tonight's game is brought to you by Crust Pizza. Has all that cheering made you hungry? Then stop by either downtown, South Broad Street or right down Signal Mountain Road in Red Bank for a post-game bite. Crust offers a variety of cracker-thin crust-style pizzas along with an array of fresh salads and delicious pasta dishes. And the most affordable beer list in town. Open till 11 p.m., Crust is the perfect post-game venue for Raider fans both young and old. Looking to buy or refinance a home? Then go with a company you can trust. Franklin American Mortgage, your nationally recognized mortgage lender. Whether you're working directly with Franklin American Mortgage or one of their valued industry partners, you get the financing that best meets your needs and the service you deserve. Contact us today at 1-800-295-1020. Let our service guide you home. Franklin American Mortgage is an equal housing lender.
Welcome back, Red Raider fans, to Heywood Stadium here in Chattanooga, Tennessee, where your Red Raiders are taking on the Wildcats of Battleground Academy. Your Red Raiders are leading BGA 42-14 here at halftime after a really just all-around explosion of production in the first half for your Red Raiders. We'd like to remind you that tonight's halftime show is brought to you by Lawson Electric Company. Since its establishment in 1925, Lawson Electric has grown to become Tennessee's largest full-service electrical contracting company with more than 80 years of successful service. Lawson Electric manifests its commitment to quality through its more than 375 employees. Lawson's significant investments in state-of-the-art equipment and human resources allow Lawson to serve its customers with the tools and manpower required when special needs arise. For more information, call Ryan Crimmins, Baylor class of 78 at 423-267-5471 or visit us on the web at www.lawsonelectric.com. We'd like to give a quick special thanks to the folks at Sign Solutions. Sign Solutions is a locally owned and operated printing company right out of Ray County. They offer affordable prices and complete orders in less than 1 week. Sign Solutions takes care of all of BBN's printing needs, and they would love to take care of you too. Call John Tipton at 423-285-5461 or visit them online at signsolutions.com. Sign Solutions, if you need it, we can print it. Folks, for your halftime enjoyment tonight, we have Jack McStat Frierson in the press box for our halftime interview. Jack, what a first half from the Red Raiders. I mean, all around, just first game of the playoffs, first half of the playoffs, we put up a score that would be an amount of points would be impressive at the end of a game, but it's just the first half. So just all around, how big is it of this team to come out in the first half of the playoffs and play like they have?
Yeah, so far those 35 points in the first quarter was more than we scored the entire game last time, and it was pretty good to see 35 points up there. So far we've had 279 total yards with 8 first downs and 214 total rushing yards, and George has been providing most of that. George so far has 11 rushes for 165 yards, so he's getting over a first down and a half every single carry.
I mean, that is just, you cannot ask for more out of a running back. That is absolutely incredible. Another person on the offensive side of the ball that is just producing outstanding is Michael O'Connor. What do you have to say about him here tonight, Jack?
So far, Michael has completed 1 pass out of 4 attempts, but that pass was a pretty big pass, which set us up for a touchdown in the middle of the field. So it helped us out quite a bit, and yeah, he's been making pretty good reads so far the entire game.
Yeah, Michael's just playing all around great tonight. On the defensive side of the ball, we've really been, in the first quarter especially, the defense was just shutting down that NBA offense. But one player that has been sticking out here tonight, other than the Russell Burton return for touchdown, pick 6, and Glenn Ireland getting his own pick 6 tonight, is Colton Jumper. What kind of a game is Colton Jumper having tonight?
So far, Colton has assisted for 1 sack and has 13 total tackles with 4 solo tackles and 9 assists. And Glenn's been playing pretty well also just around the entire game, especially in special teams on that fake.
Yeah, Glenn got a fake punt, and Glenn was able to take it for a first down. And Colton also has that forced fumble and recovered fumble that was deep in BGA territory. that started was part of the big boom of this Baylor team in the first quarter. But so just really an all-around great production here tonight. Jack, thank you for the interview. As good as always, and can't wait till next week. Hopefully, if everything goes as planned next week at MUS. Folks, that wraps up the interview with Jack McStat Frierson. After the commercial break, we'll return with more of the Lawson Electric Halftime Show. Stay tuned.
Hey, sports fans. Are you buying or refinancing a home? Then look no further than the professionals at Franklin American Mortgage. You always get a winning game plan and customer service that's second to none when you work with Franklin American Mortgage or one of their valued industry partners. Contact us today at 1-800-295-1020. Let our service guide you home. Franklin American Mortgage is an equal housing lender. Tonight's game is brought to you by Lawson Electric Company. Since its establishment in 1925, Lawson Electric Company has grown to become Tennessee's largest full-service electrical contracting company with more than 80 years of successful service. Lawson Electric manifests its commitment to quality through its more than 375 employees. Lawson's significant investments in state-of-the-art equipment and human resources allow Lawson to serve its customers with the tools and manpower required when special needs arise. For more information, call Ryan Crimmins, Baylor Class of 78 at 423-267-5471 or visit us on the web at www.lawsonelectric.com. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Jane's Fine Jewelry and Gifts. Since 1986, Jane has been helping Chattanoogans choose from her exciting collection of fine jewelry and unique gifts. Jane also offers custom design, special orders, repair services, and in-house accounts. Visit Jane's at 735 Broad Street in the James Building. Open Monday through Friday from 9:30 to 3:30 or by appointment. On the web at janesfinejewelry.com. Jane's, small shop, big selection. Hey sports fans, are you buying or refinancing a home? Then look no further than the professionals at Franklin American Mortgage. You always get a winning game plan and customer service that's second to none when you work with Franklin American Mortgage or one of their valued industry partners. Contact us today at 1-800-295-1020. Let our service guide you home. Franklin American Mortgage is an equal housing lender. Tonight's game is brought to you by Lawson Electric Company. Since its establishment in 1925, Lawson Electric Company has grown to become Tennessee's largest full-service electrical contracting company with more than 80 years of successful service. Lawson Electric manifests its commitment to quality through its more than 375 employees. Lawson's significant investments in state-of-the-art equipment and human resources allow Lawson to serve its customers with the tools and manpower required when special needs arise. For more information, call Ryan Crimmins, Baylor Class of 78 at 423-267-5471 or visit us on the web at www.lawsonelectric.com. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Jane's Fine Jewelry and Gifts. Since 1986, Jane has been helping Chattanoogans choose from her exciting collection of fine jewelry and unique gifts. Jane also offers custom design, special orders, repair services, and in-house accounts. Visit Jane's at 735 Broad Street in the James Building. Open Monday through Friday from 9:30 to 3:30 or by appointment. On the web at janesfinejewelry.com. Jane's, small shop, big selection. In football, a Hail Mary pass or a trick play can put points on the scoreboard, but victory usually depends on a successful game plan and diverse playbook. It's the same with investing. Wells Fargo Advisors has the experience, tools, and perspective to help create a diversified investment plan that's right for you. Call financial advisor J.R. Fitch at Wells Fargo Advisors in Dalton at 706-278-5232. Tonight's game is sponsored by Weeks Paving. Weeks provides quality construction of roads, parking lots, driveways, and many other surfaces. For more information, call 423-821-2669 or visit them on the web at weekspaving.com. And remember, with Weeks Paving, quality does not have to be expensive. Pratt Home Builders, once again, has been listed among the top 200 builders in the country. Chattanooga continually calls Pratt the best of the best, and it looks like America agrees. The best homes for the best value. Pratt Homes, 757-7687, or visit prattliving.com. Pratt Homes and Baylor classes of 94 and 96 say, Go Raiders. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by Atomic Films. Located on Tremont Street in North Chattanooga, Atomic Films offers a complete line of film and video services. Look for them on the web at atomicfilms.com. Tonight's game is brought to you by Crust Pizza. Has all that cheering made you hungry? then stop by either downtown, South Broad Street, or right down Signal Mountain Road in Red Bank for a post-game bite. Crust offers a variety of cracker-thin crust-style pizzas along with an array of fresh salads and delicious pasta dishes, and the most affordable beer list in town. Open till 11 p.m., Crust is the perfect post-game venue for Raider fans both young and old. Looking to buy or refinance a home? Then go with a company you can trust. Franklin American Mortgage, your nationally recognized mortgage lender. Whether you're working directly with Franklin American Mortgage or one of their valued industry partners, you get the financing that best meets your needs and the service you deserve. Contact us today at 1-800-295-1020. Let our service guide you home. Franklin American Mortgage is an equal housing lender.
Welcome back, Red Raider fans, to Heywood Stadium, where your Red Raiders are taking on Battleground Academy. Your lead is 42-14 here at halftime. We'd like to remind you that tonight's halftime show is brought to you by Lawson Electric Company. Since its establishment in 1925, Lawson Electric has grown to become Tennessee's largest full-service electrical contracting company with more than 80 years of successful service. Lawson Electric manifests its commitment to quality through its more than 375 employees. Lawson's significant investments in state-of-the-art equipment and human resources allow Lawson to serve its customers with the tools and manpower required when special needs arise. For more information, call Ryan Crimmins, Baylor class of 78 at 423-267-5471 or visit us on the web at www.lawsonelectric.com. Daryl, I mean, there's really just nothing more that we could have asked of this Baylor team to come out tonight. I mean, coming out in the first quarter and putting up 35, I mean, that is unheard of in one quarter. I mean, that's projecting like 150 points in a game if you kept up that progress. So that is just unheard of to put up 35 in one quarter, and then we put up 7 in the next quarter. So it's 42-14 is our lead, and I mean, I couldn't ask for more of this team. They're playing A+ all around the ball, offense, defense, special teams. Everyone is performing to the best of their abilities, giving A+ effort, and it's just awesome to see that in the first round of the playoffs, because we know that if we can keep up this progress, and this is really the best we've played all season right now in this first game, if we can keep that up, there's no telling what this team can do, and it's just awesome to watch.
Right. We have the capability of playing and winning against anybody. Someone asked me, this week, and matter of fact today, said, what do you think of your chances? And I sincerely and earnestly mean this. Every time our kids go into any game, I feel like that we've got a chance to win. I don't feel like that there's no game that we can play in this state that we don't have a chance whatsoever. So, just a great display this first half of a well fine-tuned machine going into the playoffs, and you just want to build on that. You want to come out the second half and just build on that momentum and hopefully keep everybody safe and no injuries, and go back next week to the drawing board if we finish this out, and go over to Memphis, go all the way across the state and play a great MUS football team, if this score holds out, and it will be a tremendous challenge, but I feel like that our kids are up to the challenge, and I guarantee you our coaching staffs, our players, and we're not going to back down from that challenge, and we'll go over there, man, and we'll go over there with confidence on our side.
Yeah, especially after this game. I mean, we have not played up to this level once in the regular season, so if we had, I believe we could have been playing up there with the Brentwoods and the Ensworths and the MUSs, because this production that we're seeing on both sides of the ball is really just, I haven't seen it out of any team, that even the teams that we've played, even Ensworth, when we played them, Cornelder was running amazingly, and they weren't putting up the production that Baylor's putting up here tonight. So we really could compete with the top teams in the state if we kept up this intensity and this production that we have played here tonight. One player that has been just producing with the best of his career really just here tonight is George Porter. I think he's got near 165 yards tonight, probably nearing the 1,200 mark on the season. He is just running with the most intensity, and he is not giving up. We've seen his last touchdown run. He evaded 3 defenders and then walked into the end zone. And we're seeing every other play, it's taking 2, 3 players to take him down. And it is just amazing to see that kind of drive out of one player.
Well, you just got to come to the conclusion that George Porter is just a good football player. He's not that freshman kid that we remember that come in here and had such a great season. George have matured tremendously. George have worked hard. George have grown up a lot, and you see he's reaping the rewards. If any young man want to see the case of a young man working hard and doing the right things and keeping the right attitude, and George is just a tremendous running back, and he has another year left, and you know, there are going to be a lot of colleges that are going to be seeking after George because he's got great speed, and if he gained a little bit more weight and put on a little bit more size and build on this momentum that he's having this season and have another great season next year, the sky's the limit for that kid, and he can be as great as he want to be, and it's just really good to see him perform the way that he's performed, and all of our kids, man, and from the the defensive side, and guys are just making plays, and we've got a team no longer that's one-dimensional or just an individual here and there, Alex. We've got a lot of talented kids that can play the game of football, that take to coaching really well and execute what the coaches tell them and show them to do, and it's fun to watch. I'm honored to be a part of it.
Yeah, coming into this season, Darryl, one of the things that we thought that was going to be an issue was our offensive line. We had only had one returning starter in Derek Green coming back, and he wasn't even a starter last year. He played behind Gary and King, and coming in this year, he was really the leader of that O-line. But really, that O-line has come together, and the D-line really, they've just come together so beautifully. I mean, looking at just stats from this game tonight, we've got 214 yards rushing in the first half, and you have to have a strong O-line to put up numbers like that. I mean, George is a great player, yes, but he is getting holes, and he's hitting them with great speed, and that O-line is giving him those holes, and the D-line is stopping them on their offensive drives. So that unit as a whole is really just performing outstanding so far late in this season.
It's just a testimony of the coaches, and and I know Coach Daniels have done a tremendous job as he's come over from Red Bank after retiring, and have helped, and saw him down in the hall a little bit earlier, and he's doing well from his surgery, and just good to see him back on campus, and the offensive line coaches are doing a great job because these young men have matured and have solidified as the season have gone on, and we've got to give credit to them on that toss sweep over here that George went 97 yards. I can attest to you, Alex, I saw nothing. I saw the ball pitched to George, and I saw nothing but green grass ahead of George because they had sealed everybody to the inside, and George did not get touched for 97 yards, and that's all offensive line. All they did was toss it to George. George used his speed to hit the alley and go 97 yards. So we are a team, and our team are playing really well tonight, and it's a great thing to see, man.
It definitely is. It's what a time to come together like the first round of the playoffs. I mean, you really just can't ask for a better time for a team to come together. I mean, we've been playing very well throughout the entire season, but they really just put 100% focus into this game here tonight and put it all out on the field. And it's proven itself to be very lucrative. 42-14 after the first half, and we're just about to get the kickoff going on this second half. We're going to return as well. We get the ball first in this second half, so going to try to add some more points onto this lead. It's a 28-point lead right now, and 35 is the mercy rule, so maybe we'll be able to get back up to that. But, even with a 28-point lead, there's no complaining, and with the ball, so it's going to be fun to watch the second half to see how they come out and respond.
Yes, sir. And we got to take in consideration, people out there remember that BGA went 3 solid quarters with a 7-0 lead on Innsworth, and so this is a good football team that we're playing.
It's a pooch kick returned by Sean Wampler. He's going to break it up the right side. He's got some room to run, crossing the 45, gets tripped up and falls right at midfield. So Baylor will start off with great field position. Nick Tiano will lead the Red Raider offense to start off this second half. 11:50 on the clock. 1st and 10 for the Red Raiders from the 50-yard line.
Yeah, what a way to start your first drive, the second half, sitting right at midfield. And, you know, they're continuing to kick it short, and our guys are not calling fair catches. We're just running the ball and getting great field position.
Tiano sets up in the shotgun. 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Porter at his backside. It's a high snap. Tiano has to fall on it for a big loss. That'll bring up a second and about 25. Red Raiders will set up from their own 36-yard line after that miscommunicated snap.
Boy, we seem to have one of those about every game, and, you know, that's definitely not the way to come out to set the tempo to the second half, and we need to make sure that we get that snap down and on that shotgun snap.
Tiano's going to bring his team back to the line. Second and 25 from our own 36. Tiano gives the handoff to Porter. Falls forward for a gain of about 3. So that'll bring up a 3rd and long for the Red Raider offense.
Yeah, just to hit it in there, trying to pop something loose, you know, on a 3rd down and long, man. There's really 25 plays out there, and you just trying to get some yards to get into a manageable 3rd down, but, you know, try to call this play, 3rd and 25.
Still 22 yards to go.
Tiano sets up in the shotgun. 2 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. Takes the snap, looking over the left side for the pass. Tries to break it out of the pocket. Puts the pass up for Joey Rogers. It is caught on the left sideline. What a pass there from Nick Tiano off his foot. Just throws it up down the left sideline perfectly for Joey Rogers. He just runs under it, and is taken out of bounds at the BGA 19-yard line. Chattanooga Land Company first down after the great Nick Tiano to Joey Rogers pass play.
Yeah, you know, man, that's just a throw it up, and, you know, Nick threw it off his back foot, and I thought it was going to work its way out of bounds, but it softly landed into Joey Rogers' hand for a Chattanooga 1st and 10. Land Company 1st and 10.
Tiano sets up in the shotgun. 2 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. Porter gets the handoff up the middle. He's got some room to run and goes forward for about a 9-yard gain, taken down at the BGA 10. That'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Yeah, that's definitely, man, just a big difference, man, when you can get a conversion like that, man, and, you know, it looked like you were getting ready to punt, and all of a sudden you're down here in the red zone, man, get ready to hopefully score another touchdown.
Tiano sets up in the shotgun, same formation. Handoff goes to Porter once again up the middle, just following his O-line, and gets in the end zone. That's a touchdown for the Red Raiders, making the lead 48-14. Yeah, 9:23 left here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, that was just good line play, good hard running by George Porter. The line opened up a hole. George went right up the seam and darted into the end zone as he bounced off a couple of tackles. And that's George Porter with 14 carries now and 184 yards, approaching the 200-yard mark.
And after George Porter scores a touchdown, he helps his teammate walk off the field. That was Max Jump took a little injury on that play, and George Porter helps carry him off the field, so what a classy guy.
Yeah, he doing everything tonight, Alex.
Gaglianone puts in the PAT, extending the lead 49-14 here with 9:23 left in the 3rd quarter.
Wow, that's a good way to discourage a team from coming back on you. To convert a 3rd and 25 and then stick it in the zone on them and go up 49-14 early, and I say early in the 3rd quarter. What an offensive display tonight by the Baylor Red Raiders.
Rafael Gaglianone tees it up for Baylor. Deep to receive.
Gaglianone sets up for the kickoff. 9:23 on the clock. The kick is away. It's a great kick once again. Wow. We're just seeing his leg on another level with his last few kicks. He almost put one through the uprights on the kickoff. Last kickoff, and that one sails out of the back of the end zone for another touchback.
You know, I'd like to be on the kickoff team because you get to run down and look pretty because, you know, you're not going to get many returns. And, you know, what a great specialist we have. And we'll have him again next year, Alex.
Handoff quarterback keeper up the left side, breaking a few tackles and falling forward very close to the first down.
He's feisty, man. He's Bethard, he's a feisty kid and a tough kid, and he's down there scrapping, and you got to give him credit. He's difficult to find and get a hold to because he's so quick.
Bethard breaks the huddle. Comes up in the shotgun. Two receivers to the left, one to the right. 8:46 on the clock and ticking. Takes the snap, looking over to the left side for the pass. Out to the left side is complete. Tackled by Mike Davis. Brings him down after a gain of about 4 yards. That'll bring up a 2nd and 6 with 8:32 on the clock and ticking.
Yeah, just a two-step drop. Hit him out on the out pattern out there right around 5 yards, and Mike sets him right down on the 5 for a 5-yard gain. What a great tackle out in the secondary by Mike Davis.
BGA sets up 2nd and 6 from their own 35. Snap back, looking over the left side for the pass. Pass goes, fake pass up and takes it. Bethard takes it for himself up the middle. Gets it close to the first down, depending on the spot.
Yeah, there's going to be a flag on the play. There's got to be a holding on there. He had way too long to throw the football, and that means holding, and it will be a penalty assessed to Battleground Academy. And you could just see that, our guys were fighting to get there, and their offensive line had to hold, or that was going to be a sack.
10 yards from the site of the infraction. Takes it back for the 22-yard line.
I don't think I can recall the last time a Baylor team have scored 50 points.
Bethard in the shotgun, two receivers to his left. Fakes the pass and handoff goes up the middle. Got some room to run. Oh, makes it just back. Gets about 8 yards on the carry. It'll bring up a 3rd and long for the BGA offense from their own 29-yard line.
Yeah, just that other sprint draw and trying to gain back some positive yards so they can have a reasonable attempt to convert this 3rd down play.
Up to about the 29-yard line. 3rd down, still 12 to go.
Bethard takes the snap, gives the handoff at the right side. Met in the backfield, but breaks free of a tackle or two. Breaks it forward for a good 9-yard gain, but falls short of the first down. That'll bring up a 4th and about 3 yards from the BGA 38-yard line.
Yeah, and they're going to run out the punt team on that. You just at this stage of the game, BGA is trying to just play it out, and they're not going to play reckless, and this thing's already out of hand, and and you definitely don't want to further that, so they bring out the punt team to punt.
It's a good punt. No one back to return for the Red Raiders. Takes a BGA bounce, bouncing inside the 20, reaching just about the 15. So your Red Raiders will take over.
Inside the 15-yard line.
Mercy rule is in effect, so the clock is ticking and will not stop.
Yeah, that'll definitely shorten the game, and and it should be that way. And hopefully we can just continue just to move the football down the field and have efficient play and just play crisply the rest of the way, and get ready to go over to Memphis Town.
Nick Tiano comes in at quarterback, one receiver to each side. Handoff went to Jake Ryan, but
stops play.
play's called dead at the line.
Correction, it's timeout, BGA.
Timeout BGA stops the clock at 5 minutes 10 seconds. We're going to start to see some younger players on the Baylor roster get some playing time. We're seeing senior Jake Ryan come in at fullback. Just got the carry on that play that was called dead. But we'll definitely be seeing some new numbers out in the field, so I'll have to break out the rosters right now.
Yeah, that's just good to get some of these young kids in and get some playoff experience, for next season and the seasons to come.
One receiver to each side. Jake Ryan gets the carry up the middle, makes a spin move, loses some defenders, and goes forward for about a 9-yard gain. Good run there on first down. That'll bring up a second short from the Red Raider 23-yard line.
Yeah, they should look like they shot that young man out of there at a rocket, man. That's some good explosion upfield, and, he has some potential.
Tiano under center. Handoff goes to Houston Clements, tailback this time. Gets the Chattanooga Land Company first down and keeps his feet moving. His feet were a blur on that. I couldn't even see them. Just looked like one leg just moving over and over again.
Yeah, he just, that's Houston, man. He just churning and churning, and he's so low to the ground, Alex. He's difficult to bring down.
Tiano under center, one receiver to each side. Clements gets the handoff once again, breaking up the middle, takes initial contact and still moves forward, gets forward for about an 8-yard gain. That'll bring up a second short. Defender that tried to take down Houston Clements is down. I mean, that just shows you how hard Houston Clements is hitting these holes and the speed at which he's hitting them.
Yeah, he's hard to bring down, and these kind of drives that take the life out of a defense when you lining down and running the ball right at them, and those weary legs from being on the field so long can catch up with you.
So 2nd and 3. Jake Ryan gets the carry up the middle, falls just short of the first down. That'll bring up a 3rd and about 1.5 from the Raiders' own 39-yard line, moving right to left on the radio dial.
Just a nice trap play, and he kind of stumbled over his own offensive line. Got to get the offensive line, get out of the way.
Under center is Tiano, Jake Ryan at fullback, Houston Clements at tailback. Clements gets the carry up the left side, gets the first down and then some.
Houston Clements carry.
Takes it forward for about a 6-yard gain. Flag on the field after the Chattanooga Land Company first down.
Tackle on the play by Jordan.
2:25 left on the clock. Definitely a good chance for the Red Raiders to take this one into the fourth quarter just on this possession. Since the mercy rule is in effect, the clock does not stop moving.
Yeah, and they added a penalty on there as well, 5-yard penalty.
That'll make it 1st and 10 for the Red Raiders from their own 49-yard line. Same formation. Clements gets the carry up the right side, hops over the line,
Clements carries,
and is down after about a 5-yard run. Good athletic jump there from Houston Clements. He kind of flipped over the line and landed. So 2nd and 6 from the BGA 47-yard line.
Yeah, this is my kind of football. This is the style of football that I played and grew up on. Lining on down in an I formation, man-oh-man, and running the football right at you.
Tiano under center, same formation. Houston Clements gets the carry once again, taking up the middle. He's got a lot of room to run and is tripped up at the 40-yard line. If he hadn't made that tackle, he might have had some green to take. But Chattanooga Land Company first down and then some. Houston Clements takes the carry all the way to the BGA 36. First and 10 for the Red Raiders.
Yeah, it's miserable. I've been on both sides of it as a defensive player when a team has the confidence to line up in this formation and you know what's coming and you can't stop it. Boy, that's a bad feeling, and that's what these kids are up against right now.
Giano gives the handoff to Clements once again, breaking it forward for about a 7-yard gain. Takes it to the 30 of BGA. Inside 35 seconds now on the clock here in the third quarter. Second and 3 for your Red Raiders.
Yeah, you've got to be a good football team to be able to line down and do what they're doing right now. It takes a lot of confidence to be able as a coach to say, guys, we're getting in one formation, we run in the base, hand off from the I formation and knock them off the ball.
Jake Ryan gets the carry, breaking it upfield for about a 2-yard gain.
And that's going to take us into the fourth down.
That will end the third quarter here tonight. Going into the fourth quarter, your Red Raiders have the lead 49-14. And threatening once again. This has been about a 7-minute drive taken off this clock, even with the mercy rule. But, I mean, it's just impressive what we're seeing. As you said,
it is.
You've been commenting on it. It's just such a hard formation to stop as a defense because you do know what's coming, but the offense is just dominating it in the trenches. And with the running backs that we have in right now, they're just running so hard and efficiently that, I mean, it's just hard to stop even though you know what's coming. We're getting 3 to 8 yards every run, and there's really just nothing you can do about it.
No, there's not. You know, at this stage of the game, and you're way behind on the scoreboard, and your legs start to get tired, and and they get in that classic eye and run it right downhill at you, man, and you just got to hold on for dear life. And right now, it's an impressive sight to see. And as an old school coach myself, man, this is my kind of football.
Third down and 3.
Third and 3. Houston Clements gets the pitch over the right side, gets the Chattanooga Land Company first down, and he's still running inside the ball, just short of the touchdown. Flag is down, though. Most likely a holding on the Red Raider offense that will negate that third down conversion.
Yeah, that was a beautiful toss sweep, and it was well blocked at the point of attack, and Houston had a great seam to run through, but kind of got a holding right there, just right on the inside there as Houston blew by. And that'll back us up. You know, other than a few penalties, Alex, we in that bad snap at the beginning of the second half, we played a pretty clean football game. There haven't been a whole lot of penalties on us, and that's been good to see as well.
Third down and 7 now for Baylor.
Tiano under center. One receiver to each side. Pitch goes to Houston Clements over the left side. Gets the first down and then some on the third and long. So Chattanooga Land Company first down. Red Raiders will set up first and 10 from the BGA 21.
Yep, they ran a toss sweep to the wide side of the field, and then they come back and run one into the boundary. And at this stage, you can pick your poison. Right now, anything that we run is working because, those young men that BGA's battling, but they're quite fatigued right now.
Giano under center. I formation. Clements gets the carry up the middle. Goes forward for about a 6-yard gain.
Yeah, this is just good, tough football, man, and, grinding out the clock and, and not looking even to throw the football at all. And, our guys are doing a great job of coming off the football, man. This does nothing but help your offensive line as you move on into the playoff and to know that they can get yards when they need to from this formation.
Under center, I formation is Tiano. Handoff goes to Jake Ryan, right back up the middle. fighting forward near the first, but just short. That'll bring up a 3rd and short for your Red Raiders near the BGA.
Right now is trap, off tackle, and toss sweep, and and it's very effective. And that's when you're down in distance, it's 3rd down and 2, and you can't, as a coach, what a great situation to be in to call a play.
Tiano under center. Pitch goes far right to Houston Clements, but it's dropped, and BGA picks it up. D lineman is still running and gets some good yardage on the return, but fumble for the Red Raiders. 8:44 and ticking on the clock.
Yeah, we just never got a handle on that. He pitched it to him, and and right from the get-go, he never secured the ball, and and it laid on the ground, and he tried to get it back, and when your momentum is going that way and the ball is going that way, it's very difficult to get back on it, and BGA will take over as a turnover for the Red Raiders.
Yeah, it's unfortunate to kill such a productive drive like that with a fumble, but take your losses. BGA in the center, in the shotgun, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Pass going over the right sideline. It is up, and it is caught on the right sideline. What a pass and catch there.
Yeah, that was just a good athletic play. He out-jumped our guy. We had good coverage on him, and he just made a good athletic play.
Good pass there from Beathard. 7:35 on the clock and ticking in the 4th quarter. 49-14 is your lead for your Red Raiders. BGA is marching down the field right to left on the radio dial. Beathard in the shotgun, dropping back, looking for a pass over the middle. Passes up. Man is open. Catch is made.
Yeah, that play took a long time to develop, and he was out there, and it hung in the air a long time, and they just ran by our coverage on that. Is that some young guys?
Yeah. This is the JV defense we have in right now.
The old Cardinal rule, never let anything get behind you, and we did on that one.
1st and 10 for BGA from the 11-yard line of Baylor. Fullback keeper right there goes for a no gain. That'll bring up another 2nd and 10. BGA threatening with 6:30 on the clock.
Yep, this one is well in the hand, Alex, and we can go already and start thinking about packing our bags and headed down to Memphis, because we'll be headed way across the state next week.
Beathard takes the snap and gives the handoff over the right side. Falls short of the 1st down. That'll be a 3rd and about 3 for BGA from the Baylor 4-yard line.
Yeah, that was just a Green Bay Packer sweep there. That take you back a little bit, and and they pulled both guards from back side and front side, and ran a sweep over there and got it down to about the 5-yard line.
Third and 5.
5:30 on the clock and ticking. Beathard under shotgun, 1 receiver to his right. Takes the snap, passes, thrown up in the right side of the end zone. Goes up, and it is caught. That is a BGA touchdown. That will make the score 49-20. And that will stop the clock, 5:16.
Yeah, that was good coverage. That's just a better athletic play, man, and I thought we had it maybe for the interception, and he jumped up and took it away.
PAT is up, and it is good. That makes your score 49-21 here at Heywood Stadium. That will negate the mercy rule, and the clock will now stop.
Yeah, we just need to get this thing and run these last 5 minutes out, Alex, and just take it on into the house and get ready for a great week of preparation like we did. If they prepare as well this week for next week, and you know what, I know Coach Massey will be going back to where his hometown and and where he used to coach, and and I know it'll be a great trip for us if we can go over there and beat them. Boy, I know he would be one happy man.
No doubt about that. Baylor will take over with 5:16 left on the clock. Back to receive number 6, Landry Taylor, number 21, Mike Davis.
For the Wildcats. Mike Davis and Landry Taylor are back for Baylor.
They probably going for the onside kick, Alex, for sure. And they set up in the onside kick formation. That's a good kick.
Wow.
We knock it out of bounds.
That was a great
was. They had a chance at it, and
kick.
That was a good kick, and the Red Raiders will take over right there where it went out of bounds at, right near its 48-yard line.
And now at quarterback is number 13, Keaton Baker.
48-yard line.
Get your sheet out, Alex.
This is the JV team, and JV offense now in, so
Keaton Baker is in.
lots of new names down on the field right now.
They're having a conversation with BGA's coach. I don't know what he's talking about. Maybe the clock or something.
Keaton Baker under center. Takes the snap, handoff goes to number 32, Sean Wampler, who hurdles a defender, fights forward for a few yards, and gets about a 8 or 9 yard gain. It's a great run by the sophomore, Sean Wampler.
Yeah, I watched him in the JV game, Alex. He's going to be a good football player.
Second down and about 2.
Sean Wampler gets the carry once again, fighting up the middle. That'll be good enough for the Chattanooga Land Company. First down, and he is fighting forward. Wow, this BGA defense is having a tough time taking him down. Took about 3 defenders to take him down right there. He's a very strong young man.
Yeah, these young kids got to be excited, man, to getting in this playoff game, and it's good to see, and I know they'll never forget it.
Good enough for the first down. Keaton Baker under center, I formation. Fullback keeper up the middle.
Ryan Parker, I believe, on the carry.
Yeah, every play Coach Massey's running in 3, 4, and you can just see the excitement as they run into the game. And, it's good to see these young kids who go to practice every day and work hard and don't get in games, but boy, tonight they getting in the games, and that's great for them.
Sean Wampler gets the carry once again up the middle, breaks it forward for about a 5 yard gain. Be just short of the first down. 3rd and short from the BGA 26-yard line. 3:35 on the clock and ticking as this game here at Heywood Stadium winds down.
Sean Wampler smelling the goal line, man. You can tell that he wants to score. I can tell the way he's running.
Keaton Baker under center, I formation. Takes the snap, fumbled snap.
Snap is fumbled, but
BGA recovers the fumbled snap.
recovered by BGA.
Yep, and we'll turn it over right there. And that's the thing about inexperience and guys not being familiar and getting a lot of reps like that in games like this. And but what a good drive. They were very effective in taking quite a bit of the clock off and moving the ball down the field, and just happened to turn it over here.
Quick shout out to Loft 405, Caitlin, Brielle, JR, and Jeremy. Thanks for tuning in to Baylor Broadcasting Network. BGA sets up from their own 24. Scrambling to the right, pass goes up the right sideline and
Tucker Beckers pass.
It's complete at the 34-yard line. Good enough for a first down. Stop the clock at 3:01.
Yeah, that was a good throw by the young man, and he sprinted out and threw a dart out there along the sideline for a 1st and 10.
Close enough for a measurement.
Oh, they stopping it for a measurement. It was so close. You know, just like last week, BGA won't give up. They're going to play it out. They're going to play it out to the end, and they're continuing trying. This will be their last game in our division, and and they're moving down the division, and but they've been a formidable opponent for us throughout these years in football.
Bethard sets up in the shotgun, fake handoff over the right side, looking for the pass. He's going to scramble to his left side, taking up the right side now, keeping it for himself, gets a couple yards. He's got the first down and then some. Goes out of bounds after about a 12-yard gain. That'll be a 1st and 10 for BGA from their own 46-yard line.
Boy, he and his brother both are elusive, man, and they both are small guys, and man, you can't get a hold to them, and fortunately there's a holding play on it, and but these two Bethard kids, man, are tough, and they're brothers down at Ole Miss, and I remember him, and he was a great passer for them and a great quarterback, and just a great lineage of athletes in the Bethard family.
Penalty on BGA sets them back. First and 15. Bethard drops back, looking for the pass, scrambling to the right side, looking for the pass from the right, evades a defender or two and keeps it for himself, breaking at the line of scrimmage and then getting decked by Ryan Parker. Great tackle there.
That's the unfortunate thing about cutting back so many times. The pursuit
somebody's going to be there.
Eventually gets you, and it got him on that one.
So 2nd and 9 for BGA with 2:15 on the clock and ticking.
Second down and 9 for BGA. 2:10 left in the game.
Bethard in the shotgun, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to his right, 1 man in the backfield. Takes the snap, dropping back, looking for the passer for the left side. Passes up, it's deep down the middle. Going up, incomplete. Goes off the hands of both the Baylor man in coverage. I think that was Ryan Parker in coverage.
Yeah, we had him covered in perfect position, and he threw it a little bit over the defender's hand, hit, I think, the receiver in the helmet and landed harmlessly to the turf.
So that'll bring up a 3rd and long for BGA offense from their own 35-yard line. 49-21 is your score here at Heywood Stadium. BGA takes the snap and handoff goes up the right side for the first down and then some. Gang tackle at the BGA 49-yard line will set up a 1st and 10 with 1:41 left on the clock.
Yeah, they're fighting and clawing, and and I'm sure their kids would like to score another touchdown, and I'm sure our kids would like to keep them from scoring another touchdown. And but like I say, Alex, you called it early. You said this might be the night that a lot of young kids, got to play, and boy, you were right on the money with that.
Beathard in the shotgun, two receivers to each side. Puts up the deep Hail Mary. Going up and almost picked off, but dropped. It falls incomplete. That'll bring up a 2nd and 10 from the BGA 49 after the long attempt but incomplete pass.
Yeah, that was just a hope. He threw that up and he hoped that they caught it, and because there was just as many defenders in the area as their receivers, and we just need to get this minute and 23 seconds ticked off.
Second 10 for BGA. Handoff goes up the middle, has some room to run, breaks it over the right side. He's got a lot of room to run. 20, or 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, touchdown BGA. That'll make the score 27-49 with 1:10 left on the clock. 28 pending the PAT.
Yeah, that was just a little scat back that they had in there. They handed off, and he ran that draw, and he got inside, and he hit inside, and then he hit to the sideline. They've got some kids that can really run, and we just didn't get them stopped, and they scored a touchdown.
PAT is up, and it is good. That makes your score 49-28. 1:10 left on the clock here at Heywood Stadium. Your Red Raiders will have to return this most probable onside kick attempt and then just take a few knees and get out of this game with the W.
Yeah, like we said earlier, just win in advance, and at this stage of the game, and we've got this well in hand, and and have had it in hand for a long time, and and just I don't think we've had any injuries, Alex. I don't think we've so far so good with that, and hopefully we can get this. If they attempt an onside kick, whatever they do, get it secured and run this last minute out, and take it on in.
Hands team in for the Red Raiders to return this onside kick. It was a great onside kick attempt last kick, so we want to be ready for this. Had the BGA man timed his jump better, they would have gotten it. Either way, now with 1:10 on the clock, we find ourselves in the same position.
That didn't go 10 yards. That didn't go 10 yards.
No one touched that ball, and it eventually may have rolled 10 yards, and there's a scramble for the ball on the field right now.
Appears to have maybe rolled 10 yards, and there is a fight for possession.
It will be ruled a
Yeah, I don't know what they doing. They giving it to BGA.
BGA ball.
BGA's ball. So BGA recovers the onside kick at the midfield mark.
So a small victory there for BGA to end this
That
game.
was weird, man. That was, that was weird. He faked one way, kicked it back the other way. The ball definitely did not go 10 yards. I don't know if one of our guys reached in and then maybe got it taken away from them or whatever.
They're downing it with the tip of the ball about an inch over the 10-yard mark, so kind of shows you that they don't even think it went 10 yards, but
they gonna give it to them anyway.
Yeah, BGA will set up 1st and 10 from the 50-yard line. 1:09 left on the clock. 49-28 is the lead for your Red Raiders. Flag down on the field.
There is a penalty that stops play.
Yeah, you know, it's just kind of taking up way too much.
This will be an
unsportsmanlike on Baylor.
I didn't see any players, so maybe something from the sideline called.
Said or whatever, Alex. You know, some they didn't like to call and maybe said something. Who knows? But and the beat goes on.
So 1st and 10 for BGA. From the Baylor 35, pass is thrown up in the end zone, and it's caught. That is a touchdown, BGA, with 1 minute left on the clock. It is now 35-49. We'll have to do this onside kick again. It's a very efficient draw. Thing that BGA just did, but you don't really see the point in it with the deficit that they have. There's no way they could get the three more onside kicks that they would need. So, good for them to get this last little boost of confidence. But
yeah, they just battling, man. They just.
This one up.
Yep. We need to secure this onside kick. And get the ball and run this minute out and get this game over with.
So BGA will set up for another onside kick attempt. And there's no way. I don't think there's any way that they can get it.
Don't say that.
That's kind of a slap in the face to get an onside kick returned against you. So they're going to want to come in right here and with 100% focus and just wrap this one up and get this one in the bag.
Yeah, you really need to because Alex, 2 scores. That's it. We're only 14 points ahead, and we definitely need to get this onside kick here. That's the nature of football. That's how quickly that a team can get back in it.
BGA once again will tee it up. Mike Davis is deep just in case.
It's an onside kick attempt.
And that should do it.
Number 85, Roger Carter, falls on it. 58 seconds left on the clock. 49-35. Baylor Red Raider offense will come onto the field to kneel this one away. They'll come in victory formation, get 2 snaps in, and take this one into the locker room.
Yeah, it should have been that a long time ago, but, BGA, give them credit, man. They scrappy, man. They scrappy. My favorite formation.
Keaton Baker in to finish it off. Kneels it. The clock will continue to run, passing 50 seconds now.
You got to be kidding me. They calling timeout.
Stops the clock with 50 seconds left on the board.
Yeah, they're going They're going to play this thing out, Alex, and, we were thinking that if we got into victory formation and nailed it down, but BGA says no. We feel still like we can win this game, and we still going to try, and that brings up like the NFL game, and where Tampa Bay was still fighting and clawing, and the other coach kind of got offended, but, Tampa Bay's coach Greg Schiano told them that, our guys are going to play till the last second is ticked off the clock, and, that's the approach BGA is taking is, with 50 seconds, 14 points down, I still feel like I can win this game, so we'll see what happens.
Keaton Baker under center in victory formation to kneel this one. Gets his knee down, and another timeout is called. I'll stop the clock at 47 with 47 seconds.
Man, I tell you what, I ain't never seen nothing like that before, but
that's their last timeout of the game. So they will not be able to do that again, but it is third down for your Red Raiders. So BGA might get a couple seconds.
They'll take a knee and run it, and Baylor could run one more, actually run the clock out if they wanted to on fourth down, but
Keaton Baker takes the third knee.
Baylor will have to punt it.
That'll bring up a fourth down for Baylor.
Maybe not.
BGA has no more times out.
No, that's it. He blew it back in at the 27-second mark. Just stay out, run the clock out. The ball game's over.
15 seconds and counting down. And that'll do it for us.
That's 1.4 left, Alex.
To a minute, to 1.4 seconds.
We're going to do this.
And we'll be called for a delay of game.
Baylor will have to run one more play. Just keep it in play for 1.5 seconds. Shouldn't be too hard.
Take the snap. Take 2 steps. Knee down. 1.4 seconds is ticked over. Boy, I tell you what, they've played this out to the fullest. I was getting ready to brag and say that the game was going to be over in about 2 hours, but the last 2 or 3 minutes took about 20 minutes. And now this game is officially a 2-hour and 20-minute game as the crowds start to file out.
So Keaton Baker will come back onto the field to take one last snap and secure this first-round playoff victory here at Heywood Stadium. And there we go. The Red Raiders take the victory here tonight over BGA. 49-35 is the score. The final score here tonight. We're going to take a quick commercial break, but when we return, we will have the Crust Pizza post-game show. Stay tuned, Red Raiders.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Jane's Fine Jewelry and Gifts at 735 Broad Street, downtown. Visit Jane's Monday through Friday from 9:30 to 3:30 or on the web at janesfinejewelry.com. Stop by to see Jane's eye-catching rings, bracelets, earrings, and necklaces. Jane's also specializes in unique gifts and custom work. Your outdated pieces can be redesigned for a one-of-a-kind new look. Jane's, small shop, big selection. At Baylor, going the distance is a commitment that can bring the team a championship. At Kelly Quality Pre-Owned, going the distance means standing behind our pre-owned vehicles with a money-back guarantee. Yep, a money-back guarantee. When you buy a quality-owned Kelly car, you also get a free first oil change, concierge and shuttle service, and free peace of mind. Our fair value market pricing saves you money. Our money-back guarantee lets you buy with total confidence. 153 at Shallowford and Riverfront at MLK. Whitney Dreyer, financial advisor with Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. Whitney has been helping families in this community since 1996. Give him a call for any of your investment planning needs. Go Big Red.
Welcome back, Red Raider fans, to Heywood Stadium here in Chattanooga, Tennessee, where your Red Raiders have sealed off their first victory in the playoff tournament over BGA. 49-35 is the final score. Before we get started, I'd like to remind you that tonight's post-game show is brought to you by Crust Pizza. Has all that cheering made you hungry? Then stop by either downtown on South Broad Street or right down Signal Mountain Road in Red Bank for a post-game bite. Crust offers a variety of cracker-thin, crust-style pizzas along with an array of fresh salads and delicious pasta dishes. And the most affordable beer list in town. Open till 11 p.m., Crust is the perfect post-game venue for Red Raider fans, both young and old. Daryl, an outstanding game from the Red Raiders tonight and from BGA. They gave a great effort, and hey, we only won by 14 points. As out of hand as we thought this game was, 14 points is a very small margin for it to end up. So definitely congratulations to BGA and for a good season and a great fight here in the last game. But our Red Raiders definitely put it to them tonight. We played just solid all around, all night long, and very few mistakes in this game that we can talk about, but just really all positives here tonight. Just offense, defense. We saw so many players step up and have big games. Just awesome to watch this game tonight. Yeah, it was just a good game, and we got them from the jump, and we jumped out 35 points on them and basically put the game away right there, and just a great game for the Red Raiders. We won. We advanced. We got a tremendous challenge on our hand next week at Memphis University School. Coach Bobby Austin, and who's been there 36 years, and Coach Massey going home to face his former football team, and just a lot of excitement, man. And I know our kids, look up to the challenge, and I know I'm excited about going over to West Tennessee and letting those people over there see the brand of football that we play, and just an exciting time here for us on campus at the Baylor School. No doubt about it. Part of tonight's Crust Pizza post-game show is the Darrell White Athletic Training Tough Player of the Game. The Darrell White Tough Player of the Game is brought to you by Darrell White Athletic Training. If you want to develop your athletic ability or don't have athletic ability and would like to develop it, call Darrell White Athletic Training, where first we sacrifice, then we excel. Call 423-838-0054. Daryl, we had a really outstanding game by everyone on this team. I mean, if we could give it to just Baylor football, that would be it tonight. But we do need to pick one player. So many players that we could get it to tonight. But you make the final decision. What's the call, Daryl? We're going with Colton Jumper tonight. 13 tackles and set the tempo for us defensively, and just a great football player, and have been since he's been in the program, and I'm just honored that he was able to win the award tonight. There was a lot of other young men that were worthy, and George had almost a 200-yard rushing game, and but tonight I'm going to go with the defensive side of the ball and give it to Colton Jumper. So Colton Jumper, congratulations on winning tonight's Darrell White Tough Player of the Game with 13 tackles, 1 forced fumble, and 1 fumble recovery. So congratulations, Colton. You deserved it tonight. Folks, that'll wrap it up for us here at Heywood Stadium. First round of playoffs over BGA. Your Red Raiders get the victory 49-35. Next week, we go to MUS for second round play. Until then, Red Raider fans, good night. Peace. Go ahead.